Alright.
So essentially, I think you'd only have like a 15 to 20% chance of failure.
What?
Something like that. So you'd probably get it. How long have you been staring at me, honey?
What?
Alright.
I just think you'd only have like a... Oh, it's me.
Oh,
15 to 20% chance of failure.
Now.
Oh, nice.
What?
Get it. Hello, Internet. Welcome to the fun.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine.
We've probably seen it at least 20 times already. So.
Alright,
You
we
want-
are
Your minute.
Okay.
low world.
Greetings, interfriends.
Hello, all you non-viewers.
Yes. Okay. So is everybody set and ready?
I think so.
I'm
Do we have
ready.
this light on?
You want me to get it?
Good. I got it. There. So last we left our heroes, that they had finally made their way to the elusive Kragmaw Castle, and after attempting to send in an invisible Dragonborn to scout out, he triggered a collapse and then had a hasty retreat, had some goblins follow him who failed to convince the others they were following an invisible foe. And then they came up with the genius idea of taking some goblin poo from the latrine, mixing it with oil, and making an impromptu Molotov cocktail, which they tried throwing in the windows to great effect. Meaning they made a stinky little fire inside there that made all the goblins go haywire. And then in the ensuing battle, it just kept bursting into more rooms and more goblins coming out, and the whole group worked their way from the south of the castle into the northern part, where eventually they burst in upon a goblin shaman who summoned some demonic entities and nearly felled Salazar. And he fell unconscious, but then was brought back only to be knocked unconscious again. But our heroes triumphed after slaughtering over 24 goblins. And now they find themselves preparing to venture into the rest of the castle. That currently there are 3 friendly goblins from the Brown-Tooth tribe who are contemplating what to do. So that is where we find everyone. And some people have barricaded themselves in the armory, while the twins and Elrond apparently are outside among the supplies in the room, trying to figure out what to do. What is your strategy?
Alright. So we originally, I think, were held up in this room to decide if we were going to try to take a short rest, but I think we decided that wasn't
We
going to be
decided
an option.
against it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
because we didn't have enough
Garp
time.
had said that he had expected the hobgoblins make regular patrols, and as soon as one finds the carnage you left behind, the gig will be up.
That wasn't that much carnage. Alright, so, how's everybody doing? I'm like half health, I think.
I have
Yeah.
six health.
6.
I'm at 4.
Yeah, Greg's at
4.
21, I'm at 37, so...
Alright,
I'll just stand in the back.
so, alright, I guess
Salazar hears you say that and says, "I think that would be a good idea as well." And he picks up one of the short bows from the armory there, as well as a quiver of arrows.
Oh yeah, I guess
the big
it's
old
there.
mustache just appeared on Nate.
I'll go in there, restock on arrows.
Oh no!
Okay, so if you check sort of the weapon racks, you find Salazar took one, so there are now 3 quivers with 20 arrows each.
Alright, I just gotta refill my own quiver.
Okay.
Like my fancy splintering quiver.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all there is.
Yeah, and you can fit more arrows than just 20 in a quiver. I'd say you could probably fit like 40, so if you want to just
Alright.
sort of take from those stuff into your own.
Cool.
Alright.
So one of the problems I've been running into with these fights is a lot of my spells are AoE damage, and you guys just like kind of charge in there, and I can't cast them without killing you. So, is there any way we could maybe set up so that we don't run into that issue?
What's your... What...
So I have like well, I mean, like the scroll, I have that fireball, which does like 8d6 damage in like a 20-foot
I mean, the hard thing
area.
about that is that, like, 20-foot area is, like, literally the size of most of these rooms. Like, this whole thing would be
Yeah.
20 feet, so it's probably just not the best fight to... I would just save it, probably.
Okay. And what else? Let me see. I have enlarge reduce, which does where is it? This growth increases size.
Trying to see what a 20-foot radius would be.
It'd just be, like...
Because it'd be 4 across. I think.
Let me make sure that it's
20-foot radius or
well,
20-foot?
It's
Let
let me double check and make sure.
Yeah, I can
20-foot
pull up
radius.
any and all spell that we need.
Yeah, so it's 40 feet.
It's like
diameter.
literally, yeah. I bet
Yeah,
this
I think it's actually 40. Yeah, 20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah. So okay.
It's like
yeah,
literally
it
the size of
would,
this
it
whole
would be
thing.
massive. Yeah, I don't think we could do it inside. I'll save that for a later point. All right. So let's ice slick, and then
Now, keep in mind, you can choose exactly where you put it. So you could put the center of it sort of behind the enemies, that you get caught in the edge of it, while your friends don't get hit.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
But
All right. All right. I'll keep that in mind then. I have to have visual of where I'm gonna cast it, though, right?
yeah, so you have to see the
Line of
spot.
sight, yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well, I guess we should just go through and kill everything.
After you.
That seeing you guys get ready to go, that the female goblin, she sort of turns to you and says, "If you're trying to sneak in, you might want to use the secret entrance. It's not guarded.
Secret entrance.
On the north
Tell
side
us
of
more.
on the north side of the castle, there's a path that looks like it goes up to a wall, but you check it out, you can get in there. The hobgoblins don't guard it."
Sounds a little too smart for our group. But we'll try it anyways.
What's the fastest way to get there?
Well, if you're trying to get to the rest of the brown tooths, they're in the southern part, the southern east tower. If you're trying to get to King Grawl, then he's in the northeast.
Well, I think we're just gonna try to kill everybody, right? This seems like the strategy.
No survivors.
No survivors.
Except for the brown tooths.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Accidental fire wipes out the home.
Yeah, alright. Well, do you guys want to try going up from the north?
Yes.
Alright.
Then,
where-
as you guys get ready to go, the Droop says, "I'm tired of sitting around." He goes and grabs one of the short bows from the armory and grabs one of the empty quivers and holds it out towards Elrine and Selena. He's like, "Can I have some?"
I look out, right?
I think it's better if we station you here to protect the other brown tooths.
"Okay, but can I have a few arrows?"
Oh, of course. I give him...
Alright, I
3
give him
arrows.
like 5.
Okay, so he's got eight arrows. So he's like, "Okay."
Alright,
Fire when you see the whites of their eyes.
The goblins, their eyes are yellow.
You know what I mean. You're too smart for your own good sometimes.
Like you?
Yeah, good one. I'll keep you around.
we'll come back for you once we're done.
Okay, we'll keep them safe. And he sort of looks at Kemo and Garp.
I
And
give
Kemu's
a
gonna
little-
pick
I
up
give
a
little
short sword
salute
and
as I walk out the door.
bye bye.
We leaving now?
Apparently, but you
Let's all
can
walk
do what you
outside.
want. Selena is her own person.
Is there any like boards or anything laying around? Like maybe we could barricade this.
This room is full of sort of supplies and crates.
Maybe if we
Okay.
put them all in front of this door.
Yeah. Have
You want to put it in front of. I think that one opens. Yeah, it opens out from the temple, so it'd swing towards the room you're in. So if you barricaded it there,
Let's just move some of these crates in front of the door. Kind of deter people from going in there, I guess.
Yeah.
okay. Alright, so I'll say that you've barricaded this here. Alright.
Would it be okay if I went?
Selena, you may go where you like. So you guys see Selena start heading somewhere.
All right.
Wait for the rest
gonna-
of us.
I'm gonna follow her.
Alright, so where are you going?
Well, my plan was to sneak up on them and assassinate them on my own because I lurk in the shadows. I can usually get a crit.
If you get the drop on them, it hurts.
So I don't know.
So,
Weird.
I mean, if they're doing their own thing, that's fine. I was
Okay.
thinking they could probably like follow behind me and pick up the people I miss, or I don't know.
Don't talk to me. I don't exist. Tell your party what your plan is.
What's going on?
What are you talking to?
yeah.
So essentially, Selena's communicating that she can take people out in an instant if she's allowed ahead of everyone.
Oh, that seems like a good
Oh.
thing.
All right. All right.
All right. And Salazar's just he's gonna follow along, but he's gonna keep to the back and have his short bow out because you can tell he's got like sort of these marks on his body. The skin looks like dried and cracked, like it's been mummified, and those things from the damage he took. He's got cuts and bruises. He's looking pretty rough, and he's sort of normally he's like super ready, super fit, but he's sort of breathing hard and yeah, he's looking pretty rough. All right. That normally you'd have to make a perception check, but because Kemu told you about the entrance, that you notice that there is a door right there.
Ooh.
And it's sort of hidden in the rocks. That there's sort of like a tarp that is sort of stone colored, but you can push it aside and get into this room here.
I kind of walk up to it and put my ear to it, see if I can hear anything.
Roll a perception check. You hear no sound coming from the room there.
All right.
So,
I look to somebody else and say I don't want to be the first one to go in because I'm not feeling so good.
who's the most? Yeah.
Did you
I
want
could go in. I could sneak in.
Alright, and I guess my brother and I will be right behind ya, a few feet.
And I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
So is this the door?
Yep, right in front of the twins.
Oh.
Yep.
Right
So do you want to push past the tarp there and go in?
Is it locked? Do I have to unlock it?
No, it's
Okay.
like a rock painted. It's painted to look like rock, but it's just like a fabric, like a heavy leather fabric. Okay. So Selena pushes it to the side, and what you see.
Do I have to make a stealth check?
If you want to stealth, go ahead and make a stealth check. Okay. You see this room, and of all the towers in the castle, this one's even more collapsed than the rest, but there's still some floor space, and you see what looks like ancient, really old remains of what supplies were there. These are not fresh. Were probably there when it collapsed. And there's an intact door that leads to the east and to the south.
It's safe to go in.
Go in.
I'm assuming
Okay.
that this is east over here.
Yes. So the
Okay.
map orientation, the top is north.
I kind of poke around in the supplies quietly, like see if there's anything useful there, even though it looks pretty old.
It looks like there might be some long rot away food provisions, but it's mostly like really old, broken up boxes, like chunks of wood that are dirt covered and some brittle because it's all some of it's soft, like mushy wood that's rotted.
So nothing really.
But this room you can tell is not actively used for keeping supplies. That these are all what probably belong to the original castle owners.
I go to this door right here,
To the east, okay.
and I'm not open it.
Okay, so you can keep using that stealth check you got right there. So you're gonna open it ever so gently.
Whoop, sorry.
And I need the reveal thing. You open the door. You see a hallway with a door to the east and a door to the south.
Are they closed?
They are both currently closed.
I'd like to barricade these doors down here to the south.
The me see.
Both of them.
that door,
Start with this one, yeah.
the southern door. Okay.
Start
As you
with
get to notice, it's more like another sort of like heavy fabric curtain.
Mm.
Hmm.
So Selena, you're actually right at the door there. You move down one space.
I guess I was over here looking at
Is that
this.
what you want?
Yeah, you're there.
Let's do a
Okay.
perception check on the bottom door.
Okay. Cathod, do you want to go up to it and listen? Make a perception check.
Alright.
You listen, and other than sort of the wind outside, some sort of rustling of the trees outside, you don't hear anything. That quiet on the other side of the door, or the sort of curtain there.
Alright.
Wasn't somebody mentioned that there's like, I forget what it was, like demon things that.
Oh, the pets.
Oh yeah, the pets.
Pets.
That I think it was Garp had said that the goblin shaman kept nasty pets in the dark hall that is just to the south of the shrine room,
Oof.
and said it unless you want to fight them, avoid it.
Having remembered that, I'm gonna back away from the door. Or the curtain.
Alright. Well,
Do we want to just...
But maybe it's best we save that for the return trip. That
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
If we make
Goblins
it
were
out of here.
mentioning that the king was in the northeast. I say we keep heading to the east door.
Or we could head to the south. I believe they said there are more brown tooths. And the information that they've provided so far has been quite helpful.
Aye.
And you do want more pets.
I've got to catch them all.
We need to finish amassing our brown tooth army.
Alright,
Alright.
sounds good. Let's go into the hallway to the
Okay.
east.
Plan. Twins, make me stealth checks. And because you're both wearing armor, it's with disadvantage.
Alright.
Oh man. That's what we get.
Da, 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 da.
Uh-oh.
And
Even when he's not here, he rolls better than you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let me see something here.
Yeah. Invisible plated armor dwarf.
Okay. So as the brothers go forward, that the Bonner seems to be very moving very gingerly, making sure his plate armor doesn't clink. But sort of Thonar in his haste, the hilt of his talon sword sort of bumps against some of the stone, sort of scrapes for half a moment. That you make a perception check.
Who? Both? One?
Both brothers can make perception checks.
Alright, perception.
Oh. Okay. Underneath the east door, you see a little bit of change in light, as if you see the shadow of 2 feet right in front of the door.
Looks like there's 2 feet underneath this door on the other side.
I take it are you whispering that?
Oh yeah, I'm whispering it, yeah. There's 2 feet.
There's people here!
There's people! No, so I whisper that, and my brother says, "Perfect! I'd love to kill him." So he's gonna go up and bust open the door.
The east?
Which one was the feet under?
It was to the east.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Already off to a good
I was
start.
gonna say, we're just going for it.
Turn order!
I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, buddy.
As it's Bonner that's busting down the door?
Yeah.
As Bonner takes his heavy dwarven foot and kicks the door in, there's a little bit of resistance, and suddenly it slams back, and standing in front of you is a female drow. Blade at the ready, but somewhat surprised that the door just smacked her in the face. Also in the room, you see this big, sort of hunched bugbear with sort of a little bit of gray fur, and beside him is a nasty-looking wolf. And that the female drow says, "Groll, you idiot! You've intruders here!" Also, to the southeast, you see a bound and unconscious dwarf on the floor.
Is that our buddy?
Okay.
Alright, I've got things that I've got to click on here, so...
Bonner's gonna say, "I heard you got my friend held up here."
I'll give you a witty response in a moment.
What is the dwarf's name again?
Dendron.
Yeah. Rockseeker. Ben
Yeah.
Rockseeker.
Okay. I've got to...
You guys
What? Yes. You guys have gotten yourselves in quite a fight.
no, the music.
Oh yeah, the music. It's fun to pull out the good music for when things get epic. Alright, so now I get to see what all the initiatives are. And I will say, the Elfbane brothers, you guys will get a round of surprise. So essentially, you get a turn before we enter initiative.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so Thonar and Bonnar, you bust down this door, see this this drow woman standing before you with a dagger in hand, ready to fight, but surprised that you're the one springing the attack. What would you like to do?
Okay, so, hold on, I'm trying to find, oh, here's his weapons. Okay. So,
I'll bring Salazar down here too.
Bonner's gonna say, "Little dagger you got there, look at this sword," as he swings his blood step at,
Okay.
drow woman.
Alright, and you go and you do that, and she nimbly sort of dashes to the side, and it goes crack on the ground, and he pulls it back up ready, but she nimbly dodged out of the way.
what else he can do here. What can he use with his bonus actions for?
I think he
Does he
can
get a
use his bonus action for a heal that he's got. But other than that, he doesn't really have much for his bonus action right now.
Okay.
Need to add.
And as he was doing that, his attack, he was kind of like, can he get through the door here?
Can he move forward? You cannot move through an enemy's space, so
Okay.
no.
All right. Well, as that happens, I'm gonna say, you could dodge one of us, but can you dodge us both?
All right.
Sorry, trying to get everything here.
I know it takes quite a bit.
I'm gonna swing my sword at her.
And with that, you come close. That you clip a little bit of her clothing as you swing past, but it doesn't actually get her flesh.
Curses.
Okay. Now we enter initiative, and so King Groll roars in rage. He says, "I'll kill ya, dwarves!" And he's gonna run up and be next to the drow woman, and he's going to take a swing at Bonner. Roll. So this big burly hunched bugbear comes up. Ah!
What am I rolling?
Okay, you don't roll.
Oh.
That your brother, he takes as this bugbear swings his sword and it clatters across his armor. It doesn't pierce through it, but he gets bruised. You would take 5 slashing damage, but because of his heavy weapon master, he only takes 2.
It'll sting.
Right. And so that is King Groll runs up and slashes. And like, Verlith, you distracted me. I would have gotten them. It is Selena's turn. I'm gonna say that she would knock an arrow and shoot the drow. How's that sound?
Sounds about right.
That sounds about her. And because she is taking her action before the drow in the initiative order, she gets advantage on the attack.
Does she still count as stealth? Does that give her anything?
Actually, you know what? She would be hidden. So she'd get advantage on that as well as... essentially, she gets advantage and sneak attack for 2 reasons. So if she hits, this will be good. Alright, so she can use her Eagle Eye Longbow. That... and that will hit. And so that Selena sort of pops around the corner, knocks an arrow, and hits the drow in the shoulder. And she screams, "Ah!" And she takes 16 points of damage. Get my arcane calculator here. Okay. Bonner Thonner, give me perception checks.
Are you Eagle Eye?
Hmm?
Are you Eagle Eye?
No, you shot with your bow. You didn't use the thing on it. Okay. But you don't notice anything in particular about how the attack, or what happened with the attack. And it's just that drow, angry, got an arrow in her shoulder right now. Alright, Cathod, it is your turn. I had to shoot an arrow. Would you like to use your bonus action to hide around the corner again?
Yeah.
Okay, stealth check. So for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to have you guys in those squares and you're fighting through the door.
Oh, okay.
What?
Roll stealth, you said?
Yes. Okay, so you hide around the corner. And Cathod, it is your turn.
Alright. gonna use Ice Slick.
Okay.
And its area is 10-foot radius.
I will show you exactly what the area is. That is Ice Slick.
So I could do it there.
Alright, you will hit an unconscious dwarf. Would you like it?
He's already
You could put it there.
will that hit the
I would say it would hit all three of them.
Okay, I'll do it there.
Okay, so go ahead and roll Ice Slick. Roll damage. Okay, so it's a dex save of 13, and we gotta see what these fellows make. Roll. And the drow. Okay, the wolf seems to sort of dodge behind some of this stuff, and he doesn't take quite as much damage, but that both King Groll and the drow, the ice sort of undercuts their footing as they're sort of getting in stance for combat. They both fall prone and take 7 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
That would be there. And they're both prone, so that is... There's the thing. And there's also now this ice there that will act, I think... Yeah, Ice
1
Slick
minute.
stays around for 1 minute as difficult terrain. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they end their turn on it, they have to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Or fall prone again.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And would you like to move?
Am I blocking anybody from getting in that hallway?
Elrond's behind you, Salazar's behind you, but they've sort of committed to long range.
Okay. I'll stay at range.
Yourself, right?
Salazar, he's behind
Okay.
Elrond. Yep. Okay. Oh, I actually need to roll initiative for Salazar. Okay. So
Next.
he will actually go next. Alright, so you're done there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Salazar, seeing them fall prone, he's also going to focus on the drow, and he's going to make a shot with his short bow. Which, because they're prone on the ground, they're a harder target to hit. You'd make it with disadvantage, and it just sort of scatters on the floor behind them, so he doesn't hit them.
You don't get advantage because they're prone?
You get advantage on melee attacks. You get disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a smaller target, they're on the ground.
Yep.
So it's essentially sort of, they can hide from cover if they're prone. Okay. So that Salazar, that is his turn. So now it is Bonar's turn.
Ooh, baby. Here we go.
Alright.
Advantage.
So, can Bonar, looking at the drow, can he tell that she's weakened at all by that arrow?
Oh yeah, she's hurting.
She's hurt.
Yeah, from the arrow and the ice that she's moving a bit slower. That she's sort of breathing a bit hard. Yeah, she's hurt, but not terribly so.
All right. Well, he's gonna go ahead and pull out Bloodstep and try and stab at her again.
And with her being prone, yeah, absolutely, he slices into her, and roll a perception check. Actually, no, never mind. You don't need to roll a perception check. That you would have succeeded in seeing he does not bleed, but instead there's sort of like this gray flesh underneath, and that she sort of winces in pain, and her form shimmers, her clothes disappear and shrink and turn gray, and she turns into no longer a drow, but this strange alien-looking gray creature.
A
Come on.
shapeshifter.
He's gone there. And the dagger she was holding drops to the ground. And you see let's see if I can try to send you a picture. I'll get rid of the prone thing, but it's sort of it's human in shape. All its skin is gray. Its face has no nose. It just sort of has a mouth, and think like a almost gray alien.
Okay.
Voldemort.
Voldemort, but with no clothes and like
Ew.
Those guys from Melee, the purple guys that you fight.
sort of, yeah.
I can't remember what they're called.
And King Groll is kind of surprised by this.
What?
All right.
The boss is surprised by. That's not a good sign.
Okay, so that was your attack with Bloodstep. What else would you like to do? You still have your movement.
What is the disarming attack?
That can cause an opponent to take additional damage and drop an item of your choice. When her form shifted, the dagger she was holding dropped out of her hand.
So is that something like I say I'm going to do a disarming attack?
Yeah, the way it works with disarming attack is after you hit, you can choose to do that.
And can I do that every time? Because it's not like on a.
No, it costs one of your superiority dice, which is under your class resources, and you currently, Bonnar has 2 of those left.
Okay, there. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I see.
Yep.
now. Okay.
Is that thing still prone?
Yes, it would be. I sort of took away the prone marker to show that you can sort of see if you want to zoom in on the character there, because it covered his face. Its face. But I'll add that back in. Yep. Alright.
Alright, so.
Is that the end of Bonnar's turn?
Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay. And with that, the wolf is going to come up beside his master, but can't get through him, and just sort of snap and growl from there. And because he ends his turn on the ice, he's got to make a dex save,
Yeah, get him.
which he sort of comes over and skitters, and he falls prone
Yeah.
as well.
Get there.
And so he's currently on the ground. And that's all the wolf can do, because he can't get through the door. Thonar, it's your turn.
Alright, so many turns. So seeing this thing change into this gray dude without a weapon, I'm gonna be like, I don't know.
What do I make of this?
What are you doing here? I don't know. I'm gonna attack him.
Okay, and with advantage,
Oh yeah, I did something.
and a critical hit, you go and you just decapitate this creature.
Oh man,
It'll teach you not to bring.
that wasn't nearly as scary as I thought it would be.
I did something, guys.
It didn't even get to attack.
Didn't even get to know what it was.
Alright.
And then with that,
You do additional actions?
no, but I can move. I'm trying to decide if I can't. Literally, all I can do is attack. I can rage, but probably should have done that already. Let me see.
You tell how much I love this music.
2 steps from hell. Good stuff.
Does the ice affect me as well?
Yep, it would affect anyone trying to cross it.
All right. Is it possible for them to step off the ice while I'm looking at it? Can they step off of it and still reach us?
Not really, no.
Okay, alright, then I'll stay where I am.
Because they have to sort of get through the doorway there, and there's ice up to the doorway.
Okay.
And I mean, I can sort of... that you wanted to not hit the dwarf, so it can sort of be more like there, so it doesn't have to be precisely on the squares.
Okay. Alright, then I am good.
Alright, so then Elrine, you have a go at it.
Alright, do I have any trouble since I'd sort of have to shoot through, like, the 2 of them? Like,
I'm going to say he's going to have partial cover, which gives him +2 to his AC.
Okay, what if I moved?
If you move...
Actually, would I be too close? So I'm already rolling at disadvantage.
We don't know what their abilities are yet. If they
I know,
have any.
I can move back after them.
Alright.
I'm saying if I just move past you, would that make
You
any
moved in there?
difference?
I would say that...
That's still too close. I'm like
he's still...
5 feet away.
Well, no, you roll with disadvantage if you're in melee range. If you're...
I mean, he's prone.
He's prone, yes. And so, I don't know what you mean by too close. Too close for what?
For range attacks, you get something if you're too close to him.
Right. If you're in melee range and you try to make a ranged attack,
okay.
you make it with disadvantage.
Okay.
So you could get right up behind either twin and shoot from there,
Okay.
if you so wanted.
Does he still have the partial cover?
If you were to be behind, like right behind either of the brothers, I would say no, because you can easily just sort of poke your bow around and shoot rather than having to aim a shot past them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move up right here and I'll shoot at him.
Which one?
Oh, I don't remember his name. The guy in front.
King Groll. Alright, the bugbear.
Alright. Yeah, actually, I have actual dice, so I'm just gonna roll 6. 14.
14 does not hit.
Alright, then I just step back. Also, I mean, it doesn't matter, but I have Hunter's Mark from last time, right? 'Cause
It would
lasted
last 10... hour or 10 minutes?
Pretty sure it's an hour. You might be right, though.
Because I think... Oh, concentration up to an hour. No, I take it back. Yeah, you would totally still have it. You could move it
Okay.
if you like.
Yeah, then I'll move it to, what's his face?
King Groll.
Big fat guy.
Okay, the fat bugbear.
That only gives him extra damage.
Extra
Yeah.
damage when he hits it.
Okay.
And, like,
Okay.
I can track it, basically. But
Mm-hmm.
we don't need to do that.
Okay. You want to move?
Oh, yeah, I already did.
Okay, you moved back. Okay. So now, King Groll will angrily stand up, and he's gonna just, he's gonna step a little to the side to make some room for his wolf buddy, but he's gonna take a swing at Bonnar. Alright, he goes, and Bonnar just catches his blade with his own and shoves it to the side, and sort of at him.
What is he
Bugbear doesn't hit.
Hit me with your best shot!
Alright. Selena, it's your turn.
As I see him distracted by Bonnar, I'm gonna get another arrow ready and shoot. What was it they got?
King Groll.
King Girl. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Selena sort of hears the commotion, peeks around the corner, sees that. You are currently hidden, so you get advantage on the attack.
Sorry.
Did he fall prone again, or did he...
Oh, yeah, I do need to make that dex check. Thank you. There's a lot of things to keep track of. Alright.
More than me, so...
No, he does not. He slips and falls yet again.
Get wrecked, fool.
Alright, and either way, Selena, as he falls, there's an arrow that catches him, like he's falling forward, catches him through his armor into his collar, and just bunch of damage. Alright, and it starts like gouts of this black blood starts, sort of seeping out of the wound. So that does 22 points of damage.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
A decent amount.
I'll leave it, Bruce.
You can see that this bugbear, he's having a little difficulty right now. He's bleeding pretty profusely.
Do I have any remaining?
You have your movement and your bonus action.
Could I do a little somersault tumble to the side and hide there?
Yeah, I would say with falling prone and getting hit with that arrow, King Roll's not going to notice that you do that. So go ahead. Yeah, you can sort of tumble. Just roll off an acrobatics check to see how cool it looks.
It's going pretty hard.
If you critically fail, you and Cathod are going to both be prone, but
No!
outside of that, you should be fine.
What is it? Aerobics?
Acrobatics.
To be
Aerobics.
so big.
Haha.
Very
Selena
cool.
actually makes the shot while upside down, leaping over Cathod, and lands on her feet over there.
Can't
It's
take
so
a bow.
hardcore.
Okay.
Parkour.
Hardcore.
So you see her sort of leap forward, push off the wall, and do a flip over Cathod, shoot King Grawl as she's doing that midair, and land on the other side, all without making a sound. All right,
Better magic than I do.
and I take it you're hiding?
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth check. I might take back all without making a sound.
Why does it keep doing that? I hide it and it just doesn't.
Okay, there's a little noise when she lands, but yeah, not much. Okay.
14.
Cathod, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna use Magic Missile.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do 2 on King Girl and 1 on the wolf.
Okay, so first two are on the king.
Yeah.
5.
I said aerobics.
And so Cathod summons these 3 purple daggers from air, and they go shoo, 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 and just stab into King Grawl as he's on the ground, just bleeding further as the daggers disappear and blood starts pouring out. He's looking really rough, and the wolf howls in pain as you this dagger hits him in the shoulder and then disappears. This purple-shaped ethereal energy. That's your magic missile. And they like wind and like seek and sneak past both Elryan and the twins to hit their targets. They are completely unavoidable. They auto-hit.
Wow.
That's magic missile.
That's so powerful.
I need that with my roll skills.
Yeah, you can be a mage.
And I don't think I have enough sorcery points to do my, what is it called?
Wiccan spell?
Quickens magic? Right, because 2 sorcery points.
Yeah, you need to spend 2. I don't think you have that many left.
You can cast a spell that targets only one creature. Oh, only one creature. Alright, never mind.
But for the
Can't
twin
use-
spell, yeah, it wouldn't work with magic missile.
Alright. Then I am done.
Okay, so that's Cathod's turn. Salazar, he's gonna take a shot at King Grawl. Yeah, that ice is really messing with him. Salazar, there we are.
They've been prone like this entire fight.
Yeah, and again, Salazar sort of tries to line up the shot by shooting through people and shooting at something on the ground, that it just hits the wall next to Bonar's head and sort of sparks for a moment, and arrow shatters. But
You're
it
better
doesn't
with
hit
your
King Grawl.
hands, monk. You better put the weapon down before you shoot me.
Keep insulting me, and next time it won't be an accident.
You're really good at that.
What a
Alright, Bonar, your turn.
savage.
How I've been watching this guy get hit. How bad does he look?
He's looking pretty rough. like he's bleeding from multiple places. Like there's sort of a pool of blood underneath him on the ground that is also making it difficult for him to push himself up.
I'm gonna do. Bonnar's gonna do a non-lethal blow.
Okay.
Why?
You can-
I don't know, because he likes to kill things, but he's going to. Do I just do like a regular attack?
Just do a regular attack, and if it reduces him to 0, he'll fall unconscious. And with there, that Bonnar just takes the hilt of Bloodstep and just bashes the bugbear upside the head, and his eyes roll into the back of his head. He slumps to the ground, completely unconscious.
Yeah.
All right, so whoop, unconscious. Okay,
And then.
and you would add because you technically did reduce him to 0 hit points, just not dead. You would gain a charge of Bloodstep.
Okay. Blood
So,
step.
I don't know where he's keeping track of that. I think it might be in class
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
just add a okay, yeah, there we
Mhm.
go. And then, for our sake, never mind. I'm gonna count that as a kill for him. Okay. All right, then he. He's just gonna chill. That's his turn.
Okay, the wolf howls in rage and stands up and leaps forward and attacks Bonnar. Onto the wolf. There. Alright, so he's gonna attack. And okay, I need Bonnar to make a strength saving throw.
Oh. Strength save.
Okay, he succeeds. The wolf jumps forward, grabs his leg, and starts thrashing at it. The armor takes most of the damage, but some of the teeth sinks through into Bonnar's calf, and he takes, it would be 7 points of piercing damage, reduced by 3 to 4 points of piercing damage, as the wolf just grabs onto his leg and tears at it. Okay, Thonar, it's your turn.
Is the wolf still prone?
Oh, you need to check. Nope, he is firmly planted and ready to go. So he is no longer prone.
Okay. I'm gonna yell at the wolf. I've had my round with the wolves before. I don't know what my accent was, and I'm gonna try and.
There's a little bit of spittle coming up in your throat as you're in the middle of battle.
A little.
Okay.
I took a swig of ale right before that.
Alright. And so with that, you just bring the sword down and just... how would you like to kill this wolf?
Oof.
I'd like to kind of. This will be nasty. So you know how like if you cut down a tree, you kind of do like the 2 angles, and then.
Okay.
And then you go behind. So I don't know. I guess I would do a movement where I'd go both sides of his head, up and down, and then I don't know, knock it off or something.
Okay, so you go and you bring your sword down on the back of his neck, but it doesn't go all the way through. You pull your sword out and slash up and gets him under the throat and starts bleeding profusely, and then you just take and yank your sword up and the head finally pops off and plops on the ground.
A little bit
Okay.
nastier than I anticipated.
And just there's all this red wolf blood just mixing with ice on the floor, melting a little bit of it because it's all warm and gushing out of the body. Do you want to move?
If I stand on top of the wolf, do I avoid the ice?
I would say no, it's still slick, because
Okay.
the body would still move around. It's kind of hard to balance on top of a wolf body, and the parts where the blood is melting is slick with blood, so it'd still be slippery.
All right. And I can't reach this unconscious dude. Or
Not without going on top of the ice.
Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Okay. Valrine, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'll just move here, here-ish, and I'll just wait. If anything comes out of the door below us, I'm gonna hold, and then I'll shoot at it if it.
Okay, and so that's your turn. You're holding for that.
Yeah.
And good thing you do, because checking on the commotion, you see a hobgoblin come through that door, sword at the ready.
Alright, I'm with my hunter's mark over there.
You can either attack or move your hunter's mark. You wouldn't be able to
I can't
ready.
use my bonus action. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shoot him with the longbow.
Okay.
13.
13? No, he's ready. Puts up his shield, goes thung, sticks into the shield, and his eyes go wide. He can't see in the door, but he sees blood on the floor, and he's going to run up and he's going to attack you, Bonar. Or Thonar, I mean. Alright, and he goes and he comes at you, and you're not expecting something off the side, and he slashes and it catches your arm. You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Alright, and then you also see behind him the curtain that was there has been shoved aside, and you can see into this room a bit, and that there are several hobgoblins just lining up to get through this door, all of them angry. Alright, and they can't really get around there. Let's see here. That right around, you see a hobgoblin burst out from here, and surprised, is not ready to make an attack, but he's there and ready to get going. And there is yet another behind him.
Oh man.
Okay, so those are the hobgoblins. They're just trying to get going there. King Gruul is unconscious. Selena, it is your turn. That a hobgoblin has just burst through the side here and is currently threatening Salazar.
We need to kill him quick.
I should have just killed him.
Yeah.
You said he was surprised, right?
Well, he didn't expect to like stumble right into people right there, so he's not able to make an attack, but he's ready for combat.
Alright, I'm just shooting an arrow.
You want to shoot an arrow? Okay, and because he's next to Salazar, you will have a sneak attack if you hit.
My longbow, right?
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
I need you to roll here. I'll roll a d6 for you to add to the crit. Or actually, no. Sneak attack is 2d6. You roll double ones. Okay. So we'll add 2 more onto that. Okay. So you roll 2 4s. So Selena just whips around, takes an arrow, knocks it, and just thunk straight through the eye socket of the hobgoblin there. Let's see. Let's do the math. That's 13 plus 2 is 15. 15 plus 8 is 23 damage into the hobgoblin. And yeah, that's a very dead hobgoblin. Like, as she hears the movement behind her, she's just knocking an arrow, turning, and just effortlessly puts it through his eye socket. That's the reason it didn't get to attack. Alright, Cathod, after you see, you can move and whatever, what would you like to do?
I think I'll just stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Can I get my arrow ready for another attack?
on your turn, it takes your turn to shoot.
Oh, is
And
that
you-
an action?
Yes, that's your action. You can't. You have nothing left to ready.
Okay.
Right.
That's fine. Yep.
But yeah, you've got your quiver at the ready. You're ready to shoot as soon as you can. All right, Cathod. That you're hearing commotion up in front. You can see hobgoblins leaking in by Thonar, and suddenly there's some bursting in from behind by Salazar here. Selena has just shot one straight through the eye socket. What would you like to do?
I think I'm going to shoot magic missile at this one here.
Okay, go for it.
Where is this?
Alright, so you do 11 points of damage as these 3 missiles just thunk, thunk, thunk. Like, it goes, he holds up his shield, but it just navigates around his shield and still just gets him in the chest. But there's blood pouring from him, he's breathing heavily, he almost falls over, but that hobgoblin is just barely holding on.
Alright. I am going to move in front.
Oh, in front of them. Okay, so I'll move the hobgoblin to the side just for convenience sake. Alright, so now you're now body blocking between Salazar and the hobgoblin. So you guys, Selena, you see Cathod, he starts chanting and moving forward at the same time, and he actually is just like, he almost puts his palms up, and from his palms just these purple daggers shoot into the hobgoblin right in front of him, and he's there with his staff, just blocking the hobgoblin from getting into the room. Okay, and it is Salazar's turn. Noticing the threat coming from right there, Salazar's gonna shoot an arrow at that hobgoblin right there. And it's not a very clean shot, but it happens to get in a chink of the armor of the hobgoblin, and it's just too much. He sort of falls over, and from the bloodlust just collapses. Alright. Alright, and so that's Salazar's go. He's gonna take one step back. Right there. Alright, Bonar, your turn. That your brother's being assailed by hobgoblins to the south, that they're stuck at the door, they're trying to get through.
He's gonna mutter to himself, I should have done this 30 seconds ago, and he's gonna lop off the king's head.
Okay, I will say that automatically succeeds.
Alright, and then he's gonna hold it up and wave it in front of this first hobgoblin and say, surrender! Or he's gonna yell it. He's gonna say, yo, hobgoblins better surrender, or you'll all be dead just like your king! And he's gonna throw the head at the first hobgoblin.
Okay, make an intimidation check with advantage.
All part of the master plan.
Okay, so 18. And hobgoblins, they seem to be sort of momentarily shaken by that, but they're still intent on fighting.
Blast!
I should have said it.
Does me cutting off his head count as my attack?
I would say that to cut off his head and then hold it up,
Okay.
shout it and throw it, that would be your action.
Alright, then I'm going to... I guess I'll just... I can't really do anything else. I'll just stay right there.
Okay. The wolf is dead. Thonar, it's your turn. Your brother has just thrown a severed bugbear head at the hobgoblins. It bounced off the one guy's shield. He was sort of surprised by it, but he's a warrior trained to, just continue on. What'd you like to do? How many rages do you get per day?
I get 3, and this is my last one.
Okay.
So... What time is it? It's like...
It's just past dusk, where it's starting to get dark outside, so it's like 7, 8 o'clock. Actually, no. Your fight earlier only took like a few minutes, so it's probably more like 7 o'clock.
Alright,
I can see somebody measuring.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm like, no, I'll kill everybody.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet here.
Alright, actually, you
I
can
really
see
want to
down.
cast that fireball.
Hold on, sorry, I had the wrong character sheet. I was like, what's going
That's
on
fine.
here?
Yeah.
I have to
Okay.
deal with like 30 character sheets at once.
I cannot imagine.
It's a good thing I have 2 screens, otherwise this would be impossible.
That's true.
Okay, so I guess seeing that this head was thrown past me and it didn't affect these guys, I'm gonna I'm gonna yell out as I start to rage. Your leader. Oh, I just don't even. Your leader is dead, and you're not even gonna stop. So now I'm raging. My eyes are lit up and on fire, and I'm gonna swing at this front guy.
All right.
Fire!
And you go, and he already has his shield up from blocking the head. And in your rage, you don't even aim; you just clang it right in the shield. It sort of staggers him for a moment, but he's still ready to fight. Okay. Would you do anything else?
Oh, I forgot I had this ability. No. No, I'll stay right there.
Okay. Elrine, it is your turn.
Actually,
Alright,
can my brother fit next to me here, or if I'd like scoot it over a little bit?
Yeah, you could, sort of when it comes time to fit people in together, yeah, you could sort of make some room for your brother to stand side by side.
Alright.
Alright, so I'll say you can sort of prepare for that, so you can move there already. But you're technically not out of the way, so they wouldn't be able to sneak through.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay.
So more or less, you fought beside your brother before. You know when he's gonna sort of get by your side, so you know to sidestep at the right moment to let him in.
Okay.
do you think would I be able to hit this guy with any disadvantage at all?
It wouldn't be a disadvantage. I would say it's partial cover, so you'd have
Yeah,
+2
that's
to his
fine.
AC. Yeah,
Okay.
because you're trying to shoot past a hobgoblin.
Alright. I'll go for it because I'm gonna
Okay.
try to use my last splintering quiver charge.
Okay.
Alright. 18.
An 18 just hits. He sees you knocking the arrow. He goes to put his shield up, and it just slips past the shield and catches him in the collarbone. How much damage does it do?
They make a DC 14 saving throw.
The attack arrow.
Oh, the attack arrow. Sorry.
Because first you do the attack, it does that damage, and the
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I meant to hunter's mark that guy. Is that too late?
I'll let you.
So then with that, it's 14.
So 14 damage?
Yep.
Okay, so that just outright slays the first hobgoblin, and as he's falling over, the arrow just bursts with these splinters all around it. It's a DC what? Dex
14.
save? 14. For how much damage?
6.
I think it's 1d6.
Yep.
And you rolled a 6? Nice. Okay, so the one up top that he's able to sort of duck for a moment, and the one below, he doesn't make it, so he takes 6 damage. And so as this one, he actually takes the arrow to the throat, and sort of as he's falling, he spins around, and all of the shards just go straight into the guy behind him as he's sort of twisting and falling. So shotgun effect, and he's just peppered with blood. You know, these splinters sticking out of his face, and some of it pierces his armor. And that guy is most definitely dead. Okay.
And then I'll just mosey on back here just in case there's any random chance.
And I'll say that some of it pierces his armor, and it there. And
Yep.
that guy is most definitely dead. Okay. And with that, seeing the one guy
And
slain,
then I'll
and
just
the door sort of blocked. Twins, you see this hobgoblin disappear. And he gets to right there, and he's going to dash up and get into range with Cathod. I'll put that guy there. And so he's not able to attack you, but he is right in your face, Cathod. And the other hobgoblin, let me just double check something here. Okay, yeah, and the one, yeah, that's kind of all they can do. He's gonna step into the space where his buddy died, but he can't really get anywhere. Yeah, quarters suck for hordes of melee fighters. Alright, King Grawl is no longer living. Selena, it is your turn. You see yet another hobgoblin has made its way through this passage.
I'm gonna shoot my arrow.
Okay. Okay, and with that, this hobgoblin, he's charging forward, and he sort of ducks out of way of your arrow. That doesn't hit.
I guess I'll just stay there.
Okay, you'll stay there. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Cathod, there's a hobgoblin right in your face. And an arrow just whizzed past, and the hobgoblin dodged it. He's currently, I moved them for convenience sake, but he's currently straddling 2 dead bodies, so.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna do frostbite.
Okay. I think that's a constitution save.
Oh my goodness.
Either way, he takes 1 damage, so. But will he get his... Or, oh, actually, it'll know. It's a success or failure, not a half damage. So Hobgoblin's going to make a con save, which he fails. So yeah, he
Disadvantage on this next attack.
disadvantage on his next attack, and you just sort of reach out and grasp him midair, and as you do, ice just sort of shards form on his armor and you know, sort of sear some of his flesh with frostbite. And he growls, but it didn't hurt him too much. He's just kind of angry and sort of slowing him down a bit. Okay. Salazar, he's... Okay, go ahead.
I'm
You want to
done.
move or anything? You're done? Okay, Salazar, he's just, you know, still popping arrows from behind. And he goes, and the slowed down hobgoblin, he goes to put a shield up to block the arrow, but doesn't quite get it, and an arrow catches him sort of in the gut. But he's still standing. And it's just, he howls in rage. And there's blood pouring out from you know, the hole in the armor. But that hobgoblin's not dead. Salazar. Yeah, he'll just stay where he is.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Cold breath. What is that classified under? Is that a cantrip? Or is it-
That is a racial ability,
Okay.
and so you can, for convenience sake, you can put it wherever you want in your character sheet, possibly under, I think, class
I have it
has.
under class right now.
That's
but
just a convenient place
can
to have it.
Can I cast that? Like, what does it take to cast it?
You just do it. It's
So
not
like
a spell.
so
It's just
an
a thing
action,
you
right?
get once per day.
Oh, once per day. Okay, so it just
Yes.
takes up an action. All right.
Just takes up an action.
All right. Cool. Awesome.
So yeah, keep that in mind because you can just cone blast cold.
That's sweet. All right.
Okay. Bonar, you're up. Your brother, you see, is making an entry for you to slash apart this hobgoblin.
Alright, I'm gonna sneak up here.
You're not very subtle about it.
What's that?
You're not very subtle about
Oh,
the
yeah.
sneaking. You're just like, ah!
And I'm going to swing my blood step at this suspecting dude.
Okay.
Um,
A pair of hobgoblins facing off a pair of dwarves. And with that, bloodstep just slashes right through the armor, right through, you know, the middle, and you just see a burst of blood and hobgoblin guts as this one just gurgles black blood pouring out of his mouth, and he falls forward dead right there.
Alright. Satisfied with my murder, I'm gonna step forward. And I'm going to action surge,
Alright.
and I'm going to attack the second one because I am in a fury. I have tasted
Okay.
blood and I love it. Oh.
And you go, and this hobgoblin, he's got the shards of the splinters in him, but he catches bloodstep just barely and parries it to the side.
Alright, and then I'm going to use... this second wind to regain.
Second wind is your bonus action to heal?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it should be programmed in there, I think. So you might be able to just press the button. Okay, yeah, so bonus action to heal 12 HP. You're now at 27.
Nice. And judging by the space around me, can my brother fit with me?
No, not right here. This hallway is narrowed.
Alright, then I'm gonna step back out.
So knowing that, okay, you'd stay there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, okay, you're gonna step back. So you go
Am I
up,
allowed-
slash, and then retreat back.
Yeah.
As you move back, this guy will use his reaction to make an attack of opportunity on you, and as you sort of step back, that he's able to get his sword in there, and you take 5 slashing damage reduced to 2.
Worth.
Yes. All right, and now it's actually Thonar's turn. So
Okay.
you guys had initiatives right next to each other, so tag team dwarves.
Here we go. Alright, seeing that my brother stepped out of the way, I'm gonna... Oopsies. I'm gonna select the wrong guy. Step forward here, swinging, still raging. And I'm gonna yell, I may be 13 seconds behind, but I don't know. I'm still a murderer.
As you go to sort of think of what you're going to say, the hobgoblin has already, put up his shield, blocks your blow, and that you're not able to get an injuring strike in.
Okay, I think there's anything else I can do. Oh, I forgot. Wouldn't have mattered.
Reckless attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have, but yep. All right.
Yeah, I guess I'm good. I'm done.
Okay, Elrine.
Alright, I'm just gonna run back over here, move my hunter's mark over
Okay.
this guy. Yeah, I'm just doing a normal attack.
Go for it.
Oh, I rolled a 20. Natural 20.
Okay, so this will be fun. You get 4d6 plus something.
40?
4d6 because you get 2 from your bow and then 2 from your hunter's mark.
Okay, my bow's
Because-
D8, I think.
A d8. Oh yeah, longbow d8. You're right.
Yeah.
So 2d8. So
D8.
either way, this guy's dead. Very dead. Would you like any flair of how you critically hit him?
No, just clean shot.
All right, just straight through the mouth.
Yeah.
The head lurches backwards. And he falls flat on his back. It almost does like a backflip, just from the force of the bow catching him in the head. All right, and so he falls dead. You currently see no more hobgoblins coming your way.
Don't we have this guy
And-
still?
Yeah, we have
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry.
The long guy.
No, you guys are still in epic fight.
Bring back the
Okay.
music.
Yes.
Okay.
So the remaining hobgoblin, just furious and angry, is going to use his last breath to try and hit Cathod. And so he's going to slash at you. What's your armor class?
Let's see. 17?
And he just barely hits you.
Okay, and my response, I'm gonna use Glass Staff.
You use a glass staff to cast shield. Okay. So you see this desperate hobgoblin go and make a swing at you. And at the last second, this burst of energy comes from the shield, and this energy that the goblin, he hits you, but it's like half an inch away from your flesh, as sort of there's this shimmer around where he hit. And yeah, he's not able to do any damage. And seeing that, he just glowers in anger. He's gonna start moving away. And you used your reaction to cast shield, so you don't get an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
So he's 1, 2, 5.
dang it.
Okay, so he's not currently visible.
So are we out of initiative?
That goblin's still in the fight. You just can't see him. All right, Belena, it's your go. You've seen this heavily injured hobgoblin make a desperate strike at Cathod that was foiled by some magic, and then he ran around the corner and disappeared.
Alright, I'm gonna go after.
Can I?
Okay.
Can I? Can I make a warning that the demon dogs, the goblins warned us about, are down that direction?
Oh, I thought they
Okay.
were over here.
Yeah.
That all you know, it was to
We don't know
the
if
south
it's
of
open
the shrine. All right, so Selena, as you get in this room, you see this is still all just hallway here. And Cathod, did you want to sort of? You saw which direction the hobgoblin went. It's to the east. Selena, you wouldn't see. You'll tell her which way he
I'll
went.
let her know, but also warn her at the same time.
Okay. So you get in this room, you see a door, another curtain to the south, a door to the west, and a door to the east. And supposedly the hobgoblin went through the door to the east.
Which one?
The one to your right. The right side. And so let's see, you've used.
This one, right?
Yep.
I go this one.
You can go up to the door, and you can use your bonus action to dash if you'd like to catch up to him.
Yeah.
Okay? And so do you, the door is actually open, so do you bust in through that door?
Yeah.
Okay, so you bust in this door, and you see, well, it's like the place where the hobgoblins had been sleeping, and you see some beds there, and currently this injured hobgoblin is running away from you, and you actually just run up and you catch up to him. You can actually get to him if you'd like with your dash. You can get to him, or you can shoot him. You do have your Eagle Eye bow that would give you advantage if you're to activate it, and that would give you sneak attack. Well, it's not really relevant on this near-dead hobgoblin, but it would give you advantage to hit.
Then could I like attack him and maybe his throat with my dagger?
Would you like to go into melee and just reach around and cut his throat from behind?
Yeah.
Go for it. Make an attack with your dagger.
Alright.
And I would say that his back is to you. Make a stealth check for how you ran.
Alright, so which one am I doing first? Stealth?
Stealth check to see whether or not he would know you're there. It's to determine whether or not he gets, you'd have advantage. Okay, let me check for what he's up to. Oh, he's clueless. He's got... You were just pitter-pattering behind him, and he's clanking in heavy armor, trying to run this way. So he doesn't know you're coming. You get advantage on your knife attack.
And so now I get a dagger?
Dagger. Suddenly just get a hand underneath his chin and his other hand, and your other hand just right across his throat, and he just gurgles blood up and just collapses to the ground. Alright. And so his body clatters to the ground. Make a perception check.
That'll just be regular skills, right?
Yep. Okay, yeah, that seems like all the hobgoblins are cleared out. You're proud that you've practiced that move quite a bit. You're so glad you finally got to use it. Okay. So, Selena, that is that. And you guys currently see and hear no more hobgoblins.
Alright.
I come out of this
So
room.
we can move freely?
Or, wait.
Yeah, we're no longer in active combat.
Is the how long does the ice last ring?
It lasts for a minute, and so it's got like, let's see, that was like 4 rounds, but it was up 6 rounds. It's got like 30 seconds left.
All right, I'm just gonna hang out over here. Or
gonna
can I
try-
just like walk carefully across it since we're not
Okay,
on there?
I'll say you can take your time. You're not being pressured by a fight, so you don't have to worry about that.
I'm gonna walk
Hey.
over.
I'm gonna...
Check out
Do you
the
see
computer.
this door? Or is it a curtain?
To the south? Okay.
Right. Is that where the creatures are?
You don't know. You were told that the other brown tooths were in the southeast. So, do you want to... Okay, there's a door there. What do you do?
Can I see if I hear anything?
And make a perception check. You can hear that there is muttering voices on the other side, and then an angry voice hushes them. And you hear sort of a clank of a bit of armor.
Sounds like just one. We can take it.
You can hear that there's the clank of armor in 2 spots on the other side. You're practiced in infiltration, and you're used to being able to use your senses to sort of determine where the enemies are in when they're hidden. And so you can
ask if she hears anything.
What do you say?
Oh, I believe our prisoners are held in there. Should we rescue them?
Are there any guards?
I believe there's 2.
I suggest we should fight them.
Okay. We can take them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're walking down.
Okay, so the brothers are there? Okay. How would you like to go about getting this door open?
Actually, my brother and I, while they were silently talking, were actually running at the door. And my brother and I, in unison, jump and smash into the door.
Okay, both of you make athletics checks.
That's one way to do it.
Sounds about right.
Athletics, bar.
Why am I not surprised?
Athletics.
Okay, I say between the 2 of you that you just utterly obliterate this door open, and immediately waiting on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna say you guys. Oops. You there, and you there. You each take an attack as these 2 hobgoblins who had been guarding the prisoners were waiting for anybody to come through the door. That one of them completely fumbles and just sort of smashes the wall, doesn't hit Bonar, and the other one wasn't expecting dwarves to burst through the door, so his attack goes wide. I want you guys to roll for initiative.
Yay. More fighting.
Run. Do I hear this? Like, should I roll?
This is so
this, or-
much fun.
Oh yeah, you totally hear some commotion going on, door being burst down.
Are we all rolling initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, is that everyone?
We're right next to each other again.
Okay. Cathod, you rolled quite well. You're up first.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and I'm gonna shoot.
Also, you see a whole bunch of small goblins sort of huddling in the back, utterly surprised at what happened, and they're sort of turning, talking, and
I will tell them, we're here to rescue you. And then I will aim my crossbow at the one on the left.
Okay, make a shot. And yeah, it's just there's too much commotion going the way, and you're trying to like talk and like bring out your crossbow at the same time, and your shot goes wide.
Alright.
Okay.
Pass.
All right. So Hobgoblin, you currently shot it. He's going to take a swing at Bonar. And Bonar just takes and catches his sword with Bloodstep and parries it to the side. And so that's all of that Hobgoblin's turn. Selena.
Could I move to the center
Mm-hmm.
so that I could get a clean shot?
Yeah, I will say.
Is that-
Yeah, you can get a clean shot of either of them. It's over the past the brothers, and you're sort of over their shoulder, so they're not going to count as a partial cover for the Hobgoblins. So shoot at either one you want, and they're both in combat, so you get sneak attack.
Okay, I want this one.
Okay, shoot. Oh yeah, that you see this guy going to raise his sword, and you catch him in the chink of the armor right under the armpit. It goes into his body cavity, and you can see he must have like nicked his heart or something, and just and collapses. Okay, so that's a dead hobgoblin. Do you want to move any further?
No, stay right there.
Okay, Bonar, you're up. This hobgoblin had an arrow whisk past him. He tried to attack you. You parried, and you're ready to make your move.
All right. Use a classic blood step swing here, and I'm gonna say, not much good hiding in the closet's gonna do ya.
All right. And with that, he also sort of parries blood step as well. They're just trading blows for blows. They seem apparently evenly matched at the moment. Neither one able to hit. But Thonar, you immediately can follow up your brother.
I'm gonna kind of, I guess I'll like just run fast over here so I have the advantage on him. Does that
Okay,
work?
yeah. So, yeah, you can sort of you're moving around him. You're not moving away, so you just get an attack of opportunity. You're just sort of harassing from behind. Go ahead. Make an attack with an advantage as you and your brother harass this hobgoblin.
I'm gonna say, you ever been double teamed by a twin dwarves? And I'm going to, oh.
And the hobgoblin says, "No!" and swings around and knocks your attack away with his shield.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Elrine. You're off there, but you hear some commotion going on.
So this is rough, difficult terrain.
The ice, yes, but you're not currently pressured in combat. If you're trying to rush out the room, you might slip. Well, it would count as difficult terrain to go across, but you wouldn't necessarily end up there. So it counts an extra 5 feet to move through it.
Can I even move where I could see that guy?
Nah, you really wouldn't be able to get an angle into the room.
I mean, I guess if I heard fighting, though, I'd probably... Let's see, so I have to go up and around. Could I move to, like, here? And that's
Yep,
it?
and so that would cost you, rather than 10 feet of movement, that'd cost you 15, because you're having to take careful on the ice.
Yeah.
So you still have 20 feet of movement.
Oh, I do? Don't I have to go... Oh, okay, I see, never mind. So I can go... 20?
Yep, so...
Can I see this guy now?
Let's see here. Oh, no, I want to measure... I'd say no, that he's just the side of the doorway. You might be able to see like parts of him, but you're not able to get a clear shot.
What if I went here instead? Does that make a difference at all? Or?
Yeah, but you're shooting past Cathod, Selena, and Bonar. I'd say you'd...
3 people.
Yeah, he'd have 3/4 cover, plus through a doorway.
Right, I mean, I guess... Try it.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's going to have a +5 to his armor class.
+5, alright.
Or, I think... Here, let me just check 3/4 cover. I think it's +5.
Should I duck?
I'm gonna try.
He'd call out to duck.
Actually, no.
You can go ahead and roll the attack if you want.
Alright, yeah, I rolled 19 total.
19 total? Yeah, that's not gonna hit with all the people in the way. Cover, 3/4 cover, yeah, +5 bonus to AC.
Alright.
Okay.
And now I'm all done.
Okay, so the Hobgoblin, hearing that nasty insult about being double teamed by dwarves, he's gonna swing around and take a slash at you there, Bonar.
Alright. Oh wait, Bonar or Thonar?
Thonar, I'm sorry. And that you see him coming and your duck, it just whooshes over your head. Okay, Cathod, you're up.
It's a good thing you're short, dwarf.
Alright. gonna take another shot with my crossbow.
Okay. Again, because there's people in the way, he's going to have some cover. I'd say, yeah, he's still got 3/4 cover. He's currently engaged in combat. You're shooting through a doorway. There's 2 people in the way.
He's got that much cover. How much has he been hit?
He has not been hit yet.
All right.
He's desperately trying to fend off everything he can.
Magic missile.
Okay.
There it is. Ooh.
How do you want to kill him?
I want to like blow off his head and then his arm and then one right to the chest.
Okay, so how do you want to kill him? Bonner and Selena, you see these purple streaks come over you. One hits him right in the shoulder and actually blows his sword arm off. Another one hits him square in the forehead and like blasts his face open. And then the last one just hits him in the chest and the armor just gets rent and destroyed as it goes straight through him. You see the purple not disappear from the usual dissipation of magic. It just goes straight into his chest and disappears in there. And there's sort of a dull thud. And you see a little purple flash and it disappears. And it just falls over.
Yeah.
Now, there seems to be no more hobgoblins anywhere, and the other little brown tooths there are just cowering in the corner, and like they're coming to kill us too. No.
It's all right, little buddies. I'm friends with your pal Droop. He's another brown tooth just like you, and we're best friends now.
And you can see they're still cowering, they're still confused, but the fact that you mentioned Droop has them sort of like hesitating, like, Droop, listen away. And one of them sort of steps from the back and steps forward, and he says, "Where's Droop now?"
He and a couple of your other friends are off in the armory on the other side of the castle. They're safe. At least they were when we left them. We shouldn't leave them too long.
No, the other goblins will get them. The Kragmaws will kill them. And there's sort of agreement that they are utterly terrified that the Kragmaws are going to get their buddies, that they're all alone, and terrible things are going to happen.
Do you know of any other hiding spots that the bad guys like to be at?
We hide here. We don't know where you've been.
We've been around the whole perimeter.
And you see them like trying to, like someone mouthing perimeter.
We've been on the most outer parts of the inside of the castle.
They're like, did the clawworms grab your face?
I don't know what that is.
The clawworms, they hide. They get you from above.
I have to say I haven't experienced that yet.
Watch out for them. They're by the shrine. The shrine! No! They feed us to them!
Well, can you help us avoid the shrine?
Okay, go take care of them.
They're like, it could be a trap. Might be luring us out. They might be worse than the Kragmaws.
Here, take some food. You look starved. I'm gonna throw him some rations.
And with that, they just all leap together on it, and they're like ripping the rations apart, sharing it with each other. And they seem to have they're still not trusting you, but they seem to have warmed up to the idea of you give us food. And so they're sort of busy munching away. Elena, you had something you said?
I was gonna try to come in there and like convince them that we're good guys, but
Okay, so if you don't have the exact words, you don't have to say it, but more or less, what do you try to convey to them?
that we can be trusted, that their friends are safe. They help us, we can return them and give them back their freedom.
Okay, roll persuasion. Okay. Here. and that there seems to be some hesitance and some disagreement among them as they sort of chat about it, but they seem to trust you for now. And that, like, they mentioned Droop, that if Droop's here, must have brought him. Droop's safe. They didn't kill him. Maybe they're okay.
I'm gonna ask them if they saw a dwarf be brought in and if they know where he is.
And Grohl took him.
We've seen him already.
I know, but I just so they know that we're here trying to find him.
So,
Grohl took him. He's had him in there for days.
Well, we killed Grawl,
Grohl's dead? You hear a, yeah, woohoo!
and my brother is gonna go fetch his head that he had thrown earlier.
Okay,
And so he got the head, blah blah blah. He walks back,
brings it back.
and he shows him the head.
And if you thought they cheered before, they're like uproarious, like clapping and happy, and they all sort of swarm up and start hugging you guys.
Well, they're doing that. I'm gonna go back and
yeah,
Like I
I'm gonna go.
Gundred.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the door.
Okay, so there is Cathod, and yeah, I'd say by now that the ice is melted and whatever. Alright, Cathod and Elrond, you find that an unconscious dwarf bound by his hands and feet on the ground there.
Is he seem injured? Like, how bad is he injured, if he is?
That he's got cuts and bruises. None of them seem super fresh, but he doesn't. There's like his wrists are worn raw from the bonds, but he's still breathing at least.
I'm gonna
Salazar
slap him
knocked
on the
out.
face and try to get him to wake up. Say, hey,
Salazar's exhausted. Make a medicine check with disadvantage.
Alright.
If I was doing that, I just pull out my short sword and just cut away any ropes there. I'm assuming they're ropes.
Yeah, they're roped.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go ahead and you cut the ropes as Cathod is not gently trying to wake up Gundren. It's not pretty, but you slap him a bit and he rouses, and just instant thought is just fear. His eyes go wide and he's expecting the worst, and he's just utterly baffled to be looking up into the face of a white dragon man.
Don't worry, we've come to save you.
And he actually recognizes you because he hired you.
Oh!
He says, Cathod, you came. What about the rest of the castle?
I'm pretty sure we killed 95% of them.
Good. And he sort of sits up, stands up, and looks around the room, sees the dead body of Grohl and the gray creature. He's like, what's that gray one?
I don't know, it died too fast. We couldn't figure out what it was.
What was it doing here?
It had the form of a drow before we, it seemed to drop its disguise once we killed it.
I don't know anything about that, but that wench, he had it out for me. While I was struggling here for a while, she was trying to negotiate with Grohl. Grohl wanted money. He wanted to be paid for me and my map. My map, where is it? And he just starts, like, ransacking the room, just trying to look around, and just, like, pouring over. Grohl had my map. He was keeping it. He was trying to get money from the drow woman.
I'm gonna check the drow's clothes.
Okay, there's no clothes. Those disappeared with her
Oh, they
form,
disappeared. Alright.
but there was a dagger that she dropped.
Alright. I'll pick up the dagger.
Okay, it is.
Observe it.
Okay, it is very, very finely made. And you being an arcane, magically inclined, would know that. Yeah, this is magical. This is a magical dagger. You don't know what it does. You haven't spent any time with it.
Okay.
But
If I did a detect magic, would it kind of tell me what it does exactly?
I would say, yeah, usually detect magic allows you to sort of see where magic is, but you're trying to concentrate and learn what it is. I would say that spell would qualify you to understand what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna hold off for now. I'll just. So do I put that in my inventory for now?
Yeah. Put in. Just black dagger.
Okay. All right. Then I guess.
Poor thing didn't get a chance to attack.
I
Let me
guess-
just say, if she had been putting the surprise on you guys, it would not have been pretty.
Awesome.
Okay.
Then I guess. Yeah, for real. I guess I'll check the king's clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See if he has a map on him potentially.
Okay, go ahead and roll me investigation. This is a nasty, stinky bugbear that you just sort of ruffle through his clothes. It's all bloody because he's decapitated. You don't really find anything of interest. There's not any gold. He's got his sword that he had with him. There's some nasty, stinky sort of hide armor that he's wearing, but it's all covered in black bugbear blood.
My eyes aren't very good. I can't find anything.
Gunner's like, I know he had it here. I know it's somewhere in this room.
I just kind of look around, just make a general.
Yeah, perception check. I
Okay,
guess.
make a perception
If
check.
there's any hiding spots.
Okay, so
I
a bat.
rolled a 9. Oh, no. 11.
11. Okay, you can see that this room's it's very it's sort of like a living quarters. That there's sort of some thick furs thrown on the floor to serve as carpets. Some old sort of trophies hanging on the wall. You don't know. These probably are not grolls. They're probably left over from the previous inhabitants from years and years ago. There's a table with some chairs, and to the north there's a bed, and there's also a door to the north.
Yeah. I'm gonna just open the
Okay.
door.
You open and you see what's left of an unused privy.
What?
It's
The
a
bathroom.
it's a bathroom, but apparently King Groll didn't make use of it.
Awesome. Smells great in here.
I just look over at Gunter and ask him, what exactly are we looking for?
That I don't know that. I had my map, and I know he had it because he was bargaining with what was the Drow. The Drow kept asking questions. Where's the map? Who else knows where the cave is? That I don't think she had good plans. I think she wanted to wrap up loose ends.
The cave? Do you mean the Wave Echo Cave?
Wave Echo Cave. Me and my brothers, we found it. That we had gone to get supplies. We had found the entrance. We were sure it was it, but you still there?
Yeah, sorry.
We hadn't gotten very deep into it yet. We were planning to open it up. That's what the supplies were for. But we know where we found it. We have a map. We were keeping it secret.
Say, well, it must be around here somewhere. We'll keep looking.
Okay.
I guess I'll double check I can't remember this guy's name, but double check him.
And roll. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Investigation check.
Is that investigation? Intelligence. 11 again.
11. Yeah, it kind of seems that what Salazar had found is just a bloody dead bugbear. Some nasty clothes. That this was his bedroom. It doesn't seem like he was planning to take a trip anywhere. He hadn't supplied himself. He wasn't. Doesn't have a money pouch or anything on him.
I'm gonna bring up all the goblins, and then once I get here, I'm gonna ask what's going on, and well, I guess what are you guys doing?
and they see more people. Oh, dead stuff, and they're sort of like, they come and they sort of swarm into the room, and they're pawing over the dead body, the dead doppelganger, poking it. King Grawl sort of like kicking him and shouting what you imagine to be all sorts of curses and gobbling at him.
I turn back to Thunder and say, Gundren had a map for Wave Echo Cave, but we can't seem to locate it. I turn back over to Gundren and I say there was one room that we haven't gone in that supposedly had some pets that we are trying to avoid, but it's possible that it could be in there.
Oh, King Grawl, he wouldn't have let that map out of his sight. It's got to be in here somewhere.
I got a whole army here ready to look for it. Do you mind helping me out, goblins? We're looking for a map.
And they're like, map? Oh, where? Oh, okay. And so they just start like tossing the room. They come in here. They toss the table. One of them, and it's just sort of that you can see they're almost like celebrating causing chaos. That they're just like, not only are we get to freaking trash this tyrant's place, and they're throwing everything everywhere. One of them grabs the bear carpet, puts it over his head, and goes and starts running around the room. One of them worms his way under the bed. He's like, "What's this? What's this?" And he pulls out, and there's a leather satchel from underneath the mattress of the bed.
Oh, what you got there, little buddy?
He happily sort of jogs up to you, and he's like, "Ha, it's yours." And there's a leather sack, stitched leather sack.
Can I go get the other, like, droop and stuff from?
Yeah. So while you're doing this, you could have gone and gotten droop. I'll say, yeah, you've gone and got them. Do you want to tell them anything in particular when you see them?
Just that it's safe and we rescued their buddies.
Okay, they light up, and they make their way back. It takes a while because Garp has to be led, but they follow you back, and while they're on their way back, Thonar, do you want to look in the sack?
Sure, yeah. I'll take
Okay, so you open it up, and you see there's a significant amount of money in here. You find 220 silver pieces, 160 electrum pieces.
How many? What was that?
Electrum, I think they're worth like 5 silver each.
Okay.
Okay, there are 3 vials in here filled with a goopy red liquid, which you surmise to be potions of healing, and a rolled up canvas in there. Sort of like.
Is this what you're looking for? I hand it off to Gundren.
Gundren grabs it. He's like, yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. If this got into the wrong hands, I don't know what I do. They were after me. They were after this. I have no clue what they were planning. But thank goodness. Yes, this is the map. And the goblins are like, yay! Helpful. Around this time, Selena, you're sort of leading the group in, and Droop, hearing his brethren, comes running in, and he's like, Brown Tooths! And they're like, Droop! And they all swarm around him, and they're sort of like, you're alive! And then they just start chattering, and none of you speak Goblin, so you have no idea what they're doing. Droop starts pointing fingers. He points first at Thonar, and sort of like shouts excitedly, and you see him sort of like mimicking some attacks and things, and they're sort of chatting, and then he shows his sack of food that he immediately just starts passing out to everyone there. He actually takes it and he dumps it on the ground, and they all sort of dogpile on it, and they're just having a great time. And so you surmise that Droop is telling them all about you guys.
I'm gonna ask Bendrin what he has in store for the cave and the map.
Gundren says, It's been lost for hundreds of years, but we found the entrance that who knows what is known for its wealth and for its magic. That I've got a claim ready to be set for in Phandalin, that it'll belong to me and my brothers, and we will have the profits from it. And we'll hopefully reopen it and bring Phandalin back to its former glory.
You know there are others looking for this cave.
Well, I surmised that they came after me, that they knew that I had it, they knew that I knew where it was, but I can only imagine who's there now.
Would you, I'll ask him, would you want help in protecting your claim?
Oh, I have no idea what's in the cave. We only sort of found the entrance. We're able to confirm that this was Wave Echo Cave. You could hear the waves in the distance, but we hadn't cleared it out yet.
What are they?
That's what the
echoing?
supplies were for. Here, just a second.
What was the question?
I asked them if the waves were echoing.
Yeah, that there's this rhythmic thunder of pounding waves that echo through the cave, and it sort of makes the ground shiver a bit. Somewhere in there, there's water doing something. That's how we knew it was the right place. That it was a we were mining in and found a collapsed shaft and followed it in, and yeah, it's the place. That's my brothers were sticking there to guard it while I went for supplies.
I think we should give him a hand with this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You help me keep my claim there, you'll get a share of the profits.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna take that dagger out and ask him if he knows anything about it. Black dagger.
Never seen it before.
The
I think that drow woman might have been carrying it.
okay.
But again, I heard them talking, but I didn't. I fell asleep. I've been exhausted for days. They kept pestering me. I know she's been here. They've been arguing for a couple hours.
Okay.
My brother and I want to check out the dead king because he had a pretty big sword, and we wanted to look at it.
Okay. Investigation check. Yeah, it's a long sword. It's kind of crude. It's curved. That the bugbear had it, but Bonar is just like, oh, that's a lot of blood. These are a lot of goblins. He's too distracted that there's tons of little green bodies still like poking and picking at the body. That he's kind of distracted, but yeah, that sword doesn't appear to be anything special.
We never kind of checked out the rest of the bodies from the
That's
other.
correct. You didn't loot.
We just kind of round up everything. And do we want to check out that other? We know there's supposed to be those other guys in there. Like, should we just clear it out?
Do we know if they'll attack? Like, can we?
Probably.
Yeah.
But,
So,
I mean,
do we really have time to? We don't have time to rest up or anything. I'm guessing.
And so the goblins sort of hear you. They're like, fight what? Fight what? The snake faces?
I think so.
Yeah, let's ask them about them.
What do you know about them?
Lupo keeps them locked in the dark hall. Sometimes they feed us to him, and they're like, oh no, not the snake faces! Snake worms! Snake worms!
So they're locked up. They can't get out on their own.
He sort of asks the goblins that they've never seen them outside of that room.
Okay.
You know how many there are?
Two snake worms!
Is it a hole, or are they just on the same level as us?
That some of them are sort of terrified, like, they come from above! They jump from above!
I say we
You
just
also
leave.
get the sense that this is sort of diminished kind of the joy. They remember some of the horrors that they've seen befallen their brethren. And they sort of collect together and start sort of talking together. And you notice that Droop is sort of standing in front of them, talking to them, and he's sort of he'll talk, and then they'll sort of murmur, and somebody will talk back to them, and he'll talk again. Call them goblins. You've got no clue what's going on.
I feel like we can probably take them out. There's only two.
I think we can. Might as well purge the castle.
Yeah, and make it easier to go through and loot
Yes,
everything.
exactly.
So, we'll ask, Ben, does Benjamin have it? No, he doesn't have a
Gundren.
weapon or anything. Or, Gundren. Let's
What
ask
are you asking him?
the Gundren. He doesn't have any weapon. Maybe we can
Oh,
give him...
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a miner,
Okay.
and I'm in no shape to be helping you. You can see that he's still pretty rough.
Still pretty rough. Alright.
Both of our dwarves are in good shape. Just have them lead the way.
Do we have to fight him? Can we just...
We could probably avoid them, but we don't know what's in that area. If there's any loot, we could get experience off of killing them.
It's only right to we should do it for Droop. To avenge his fallen people.
Who appears his name? He's like, what?
Let's ask the
Let's-
goblins if they'd like us to murder.
Avenge them.
Yeah, murder the snakes that have killed so many of their family members.
That some are like, yeah, kill the snake faces, and half of them are also like, it's too dangerous. They bite your head off.
Sounds pretty.
But you get the sense they would be very happy if these things were dead.
Alright.
I say
We'll do it for you, little guys.
Let's try and throw a dead body in there and see what happens.
Alright.
How are we gonna throw a dead body in there?
I don't know.
Let's let Selena try to stealth and open the door, maybe? Let's see if she can sneak in there. Do I have invisibility still? That's level 2. No, I don't have any... I can't go invisible again.
I think you've only cast... Oh no, you cast the Ice
cast
Slick,
it.
which is level 2.
Yeah.
How many spells do you have left?
I have one level 1, and then
Okay.
I have my class Cone Breath or whatever.
Okay. And then how many sorcerer points do you have?
I've used 2, and I think I only
Okay.
have 3.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
I was just gonna say
I
that...
can't change the max amount, so I don't know how many exactly sorcerer.
That's
Oh yeah, yeah. Where did I put that? Yeah, I think it's just 3 sorcery points. I don't know.
Have you used any of those?
I used to. Yeah, I
Okay.
used it to do a bonus action
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay, because I was trying to think if you had enough that you could convert sorcerer points into a level 2 spell, but no. You don't have enough. Alright.
We could take a short rest if you guys want to. I don't know. I have all my rages used up, and Bonar will get his abilities back on a short rest, but besides that, he doesn't really have anything left either.
And Salazar says, I would very much appreciate a rest.
Yeah, let's do a short
Alright,
rest.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you guys are sort of in here. The goblins that Droop is still talking to the goblins, and the goblins are sort of talking amongst themselves. That you can sense that they're happy, but they're also sort of like it's changed from happy to like a discussion. That they're like talking. So I'll just move some stuff around for sake of convenience. So
From the car
So
trash.
for the blood step, it says
Mhm.
recharge short step. Do I get 1 charge back? Or do I get 3?
that with blood step, the way blood step actually works is if you take a short rest, your charges of it go back to 0. It resets. So essentially, you have to choose: do you want to get your health and abilities back, or do you want to stay being able to move quicker? So currently, I think blood step's maxed out for Bonar. He would be able to move 50 feet per turn.
Okay. Oh.
Because that's what it does. It modifies your movement. But considering the close quarters of the castle, I don't think that's really going to be...
So he
thing.
has. I'm confused what he has here now. He has 6 max, 3 used on blood step. I don't know how he's counting that. Do I
Right. Because what it
Starts
does...
from 0. And every time
Yeah,
you kill a guy,
forget the used. I think essentially, it's essentially how many he's accrued.
Okay, so that everything will go to 0.
it'll go to 0. The max will still be, I think, 5, because it brings you up to a maximum of 50 feet per turn. And since he starts at a base 25, he can add 5 charges of it, all the way up to being 50 feet per turn.
Okay.
Every charge of Blood Step allows you to move 5 more feet per turn, up to a maximum of 50.
Okay, I gotcha.
All right. So you guys, you sort of you make yourselves comfortable in here. There's some chairs. There's some wherever you can sit. Salazar's totally gonna roll some of his hit dice. He gets all his key back.
Okay, I guess I will. Might as well.
Okay, he's only got 1 left.
And how many
Against 5.
hit dice do you get back on a long rest? Half?
Long rest, you get half of them. So since you guys are level 3, you'd get 2 back. Salazar has used up the last of his hit dice. He's looking a bit better. Still exhausted.
Just...
My hit dice.
Oh wow.
Oh, there it is. So I have 2 left. I think. Yeah, I have 2 left.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Donner, you're back up at full health.
Yeah.
I've gained 1 life.
Yes.
Actually,
I can only use 1 per turn, right? Per short rest.
No, you can use as many as you want for your short rest.
Alright, I'm gonna use the other one as well. Oh my goodness! I've gained 2 life off of 2 hit dice.
Goodness. Sorry there. Come on.
Worst hit dice ever. Alright.
okay.
Alright, also, on your short rest, you can take time to sort of get acquainted with a magical item if you like, and sort of learn its properties.
Okay.
So would you like to learn more about that dagger you picked up?
Yes. I would.
Okay. That, first of all, you can tell this is an unnaturally sharp blade. This is a +1 dagger, so it does additional 1 to hit and damage. As well as that it seems to have an enchantment on it that allows one to be extra swift. That once per turn, if you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you gain an additional action.
That's pretty good. You reduce
Can
it
that
with
reset?
this weapon, right?
Hmm?
If you reduce it to 0 with this weapon, or
With
just
the
by
weapon.
carrying it?
With the weapon.
Alright.
And it's also, it's rather than a d4, it's a d6.
Oh, wow.
Is
Alright.
that reset?
Once per turn.
Oh, once per turn. Okay. I was gonna say if you could just take out like 10 guys.
As well as, it's sort of like haste, where you don't get, when you get multiple attacks later on, as your action, you can only actually take 1 additional weapon attack from this feature.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
it's like if a fighter were to use it at like level 5, they get 2 attacks. If they take the attack action, they get 2 attacks. If they used this dagger and were able to use it, they don't get an additional 2 attacks, they just get an additional 1 attack. But that action could be used to do any other thing that take a full action. But you only get 1 weapon attack from it.
And what's the crit damage? It's still 1d6.
1d6.
Alright.
Oh,
And attack stat is I'm gonna equip it. What would be the attack stat?
It goes off your dexterity.
Dexterity. Alright.
Probably give it to Selena, I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's true. Man, but my dagger's so bad, my melee. But
Your
yeah,
de-
that's
what's
fine.
your dex though? It's probably like
Yeah, my dex is probably all awful. No, it's actually 16 plus 3.
Yes. How often have you used a dagger?
Like a few times, yeah.
yeah.
That's probably it. So yeah.
Can she throw daggers, or do you have to like learn that?
No, they are a light. You can throw them.
Oh
If
yeah,
you're proficient in daggers, you're proficient in throwing them.
I'll give that to her.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna give that to her then.
As well as if she's able to sneak up and assassinate somebody, she could also make another weapon attack with it against the second target immediately.
Alright, I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna let her know what it does, and then
Alright.
I'm gonna give it to her.
So Selena, that after sort of looking over this weapon, Cathod hands you this black dagger and explains what it does. You now have a swift dagger.
Thank you.
She thanks you.
You're welcome.
Bonner
I wish
made
it
some
could've gave
comment
me
about
the-
the black ones
Give
always
me
being
more
black.
life. Do we have 3 extra health potions?
Can I add that into my inventory?
Yep, put in
Swift.
swift dagger. I also added it to your journal. You've got it there. Swift dagger, yep, Selena. And that I'll help you enter it.
Alright.
Because it's a d6 for damage rather than a d4. You can also throw it. But then your awesome weapon is now away from you.
That's true. I don't know.
So,
And it gets bonus.
okay, swift dagger, yeah, you gotta do your inventory. More or less what we're concerned about is putting it in your weapon. But then attack here. So now you got. Actually, we can just replace. I don't think you've got your other daggers, but well, yeah, we'll just add a new entry. Swift dagger, finesse, +1 magic bonus, and it's no, not 16. That'd be insane if a weapon just did straight 16 damage.
That'd be pretty good. But slightly
Also
okay.
piercing.
Does he get a do you get a
Okay, so then I added
superiority die back on
A
your
magic
list?
damage for you.
What?
This will be more likely to hit you a bit of damage. You can also throw it if you want, but I doubt you're going to do that often. Okay.
Hey, Jake,
Yes.
do you get a superiority die back on short rest?
He gets all his superiority dice back.
Oh, all of them. Oh.
All of them.
Yeah, and I
What
didn't
about
realize
my
that he had all those-
spells?
He has a bunch of spells in his spell book. Well, not a bunch.
Yes.
I forgot.
Those are what his superiority dice do.
Okay.
What about spell points and sorcery points? Do I get anything back?
Not currently, no. Later on, there is a feature that I'm doing a little bit of a custom homebrew for Sorcerer, where this isn't in the official book, but this is a thing I'm going off of, where at higher levels, a short rest will give you some sorcery points back.
Okay.
Did we ever check out the gray guy, the alien guy?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Apparently the clothing was part of the illusion on her
Yeah.
form, and the only actual item she was carrying was the dagger.
I just mean to try to see if we didn't really seem to recognize it.
Okay.
If we take
If you
a
want,
look at
go
it.
ahead and roll an Arcana check. Okay.
I've run nothing but critical failures. That's
So L9, that you're not familiar with what this creature is. You've heard of some things that are shape changers, but you're not particularly sure what the origin or the makeup of this creature is.
Oh, are we off our
I
short
just know it's
rest?
ugly.
Yeah, you guys complete your short rest.
Okay.
Alright.
I say let's just close out that last room. Kill those
Yeah.
stupid things.
You only live
Okay.
once.
After you.
YOLO. Alright.
Alright, what door would you like to go through?
Well, we came through here already.
I've never
so
been over there, so I'm just
I'm
following him.
gonna go back
Mhm.
over here. I'm gonna suggest that,
I don't see. Do you see where
Well-
the characters went?
Right here.
Yes, they're,
Oh, they don't show up on my screen.
I'll put them here.
Oh,
You know?
there we go. Yeah.
They might have gotten covered over with some of the goblins, and the goblins are content just to sort of sit there, and Gundren's Gundren's happy to have his map, and now that he has it. Initially, when he woke up, he had this burst of energy of I'm going to be killed. There's danger, and that adrenaline is worn off. And he's exhausted, so he's just there resting.
Alright.
Would we kind of be able to like surmise that this is the door we probably want, and that it probably connects back? I mean, we have like a top-down view right now, but would we sort of know where we're going?
Yes, knowing the shape of the castle, you guys knew where the chapel was. You passed it as you went through and into the secret entrance. You know that you could see like the windows to it, so you know the secret entrance is right next to the chapel, and that this would be the room directly south of the chapel.
Alright. Do we want to do the...
Are you going to join them?
Did you
Bonar
grab a
bash
body?
through the door?
Did we want to grab a body, like you said?
There's a hobgoblin available.
Yeah, let's grab the body. Let
Alright.
the bodies hit the floor.
Alright, so who's going to grab the body?
My brother and I will.
Okay. For sake, you together grab the body and you haul it over to here. The door is currently closed.
I'm gonna knock on it.
Okay.
Is there an answer?
Make a perception check.
Room service.
Delivery. Perception. There we go. I always lose it. And my brother too. Where is he at?
Okay.
Perception.
Let me pull up some stuff. You hear for some noise, some slithering, and a little bit of a creak, and then silence.
Can I look underneath the door? Is there light?
There is not.
I'd like to make a torch.
Okay. You go ahead and you light a torch.
I'm going to...
Alright, actually...
Well, he's got a torch.
Can my brother and I each have a torch?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I check to see if the door is locked without opening it?
You can try the handle. Yeah, it's unlocked.
Unlocked. Alright.
Quickly throw that body in.
We silently, oh, well, not silently, we whisper, we do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then we kind of whip open the door enough to shove the body in.
Okay. Make me an athletics check to see how far you throw the body. And each of you can make it.
Oof.
Oh yeah, you guys toss that body right into the middle of the floor.
And then I'd also like to, actually, I stuffed one of the torches into the armor, you know, to the guy, so he's
Okay, excellent.
lighting up.
All right. So as you do that, the body hits the floor, and you see leaping down from above these two worm-like creatures with these snapping beaks and tentacles coming off of their faces, leap down from above and attack the body. I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, I should have had you guys ready your bows.
I was gonna say, can I get my bow ready?
Who am I? This is Bonar.
Alright, so just for sake of clarity, I'm going to delete the body out of there.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, Greg.
What did you just do? What did you delete?
Oh no, I gave him a 3. I gave a 3 initiative.
On initiative.
Oh, okay. I thought you had messed up his character profile.
Oh wow, one of those things rolled a 4.
How can you tell?
You can see it in the turn order.
It actually tells you what the initiative count is?
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to keep that elsewhere. We'll see. Anyway, everybody's rolled. So, Elrine, what is your dexterity?
19.
Okay,
Which
you.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that high. I was gonna ask you about that. but we can just figure it out later.
No, I think as I think you rolled
I rolled
a 17, and then you get +2 to Dex for being a wood elf. I think.
I think it's. Is it 2 or 1? If it's
I think
2, then that makes
pretty sure
sense.
it's 2. You can double check.
I'll figure it out later.
Either way, your 2 hit number is still the same. At 20, it would change, but
Yeah.
okay. So, all right, it's your turn.
Alright.
I would say by now your hunter's mark has faded.
It's probably off, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I able to shoot past them if I move up here?
Yeah.
On the way at all? Okay.
That all elves get a +2 to Dex, and then wood elf gets +1 to Wisdom. So yes,
Okay, so that's where that came from. Okay.
that's correct.
Alright, yeah, I'll shoot the one closest to me then.
Okay.
I rolled an 11.
In 11, no, this creature sort of slithers to the side that. Well, you can sort of see the whole room. That there's sort of like some flickering light from the torch, and it's sort of this dark creature on the top. You don't quite get a good beat on it, and it sort of jitters and moves out of the way. You don't hit it.
Alright, then I'm just gonna move back off to the side, sort of.
Okay. So then, after that, that realizing that this body is dead and that there's other things out there, one of these worm things is going to slither over and leap and attack Bonar. Let's see here.
Brother!
I want to make sure I know exactly what it's doing.
We should have put a bunch of pile of dead things right here.
They'll never know.
I'll make sure that I've got this creature.
I'll just slowly close the door real quick.
Yeah.
You?
Okay, so this
This is why I didn't
I forgot
wanna
to
fight them.
put the music on repeat.
It's scary.
Well, that was a good run.
That's a good run.
They're all
Let's
dead,
follow
boys.
this, aren't we? Alright,
On to the next game.
so it tries to wrap its tickles onto Bonar, but he just sort of shoves it off and breaks that grip.
That's good.
Okay,
Touch this.
so that's the first creature. Cathod, you're up.
Alright, magic missile.
Magic missile.
From the one closest.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That's alright.
So it takes 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, yeah, so you see these 3 missiles just arc past the brothers and just one after another into the creature. And so that does 11 points of damage. And it's sort of bleeding this sort of bluish blood, but it's still nasty. Its tentacles are twitching, its beak is clacking right there. That's your action. Do you want to move?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. Elena.
Can I shoot a fire arrow?
And where would you be getting the fire?
Alright, I don't have oil fast enough.
No, you used up your oil. And to light, to create a fire arrow and light it would probably take an action. If you had the supplies. I also need to roll for Salazar.
I guess I just do regular arrow.
Okay.
Is it still engaged with...
Yeah, it's a fight in there with Bonar.
Okay. Did I roll twice?
No, you rolled once.
Okay.
If only you'd hit. Now you go and you shoot, and the arrow just brushes past the top of the creature's tentacle, and that one tentacle sort of shrinks away from it, but the arrow clatters off in the background behind it. Alright, that's your action. Anything else?
Can I get a different vantage point? Like if I move.
You can.
Is there an...
This is kind of the one hallway that you guys are looking in.
No, like, can I... like get in here, or is it too crowded? Here.
Oh, can you get through?
Yeah.
No, the Elfbane brothers are currently blocking the way.
Okay. No, right. Right, it's my turn.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. Alright, since I forgot to include him before, it's going to be Salazar's turn. He's going to also make a short bow attack. With everybody in the way, that's not going to hit either. Alright, so that he goes to shoot and trying to not hurt the brothers, it just thuds into the doorpost to the side of the door. Alright, so now Thonar, you're up. And I'll say that you and your brother, you've practiced this. You've had some rough and tumble times in bars and such. You two can occupy the doorway together there.
Awesome. Better in pairs. So I'm going to. Oh, wrong character. I'm going to go ahead and do a reckless attack on this guy. Well, hold on. If you make rolls against you, have advantage. YOLO. Reckless attacking this guy.
Okay.
And so 19.
Okay. The 19 will hit. And you go and you slice in this thing, and its skin is tougher than you expect, but the sharpness of Talon just slices into it.
Okay, and then
Right. And it's looking pretty rough. Like where you put the slash in it, you can see like behind it some sort of like yellowy flesh and some blue blood starts like seeping out of the wound. Got a slash across its back, and it sort of coils its tentacles towards you and sort of is waving them ready to get at you.
alright, I don't think I can do anything else because that's literally my only skill.
Okay, and as you're in the middle of attacking, the other Grick, oh, well, I gave you the name, the other creature will come up and it will try and lash its tentacles onto you. And what's your armor class is 16, yep. So it does that, and you also just sort of barely, as you slash at the other one, you barely pull yourself away as its tentacles grab at the air where your arms were, and it gets nothing. Alright, Bonar.
Oh. Alright.
And it hisses. And beak clacks at you.
I say, do you clack at me, sir? No. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attack the bottom one here.
Mm-hmm.
And
The injured one.
yeah. Get your tentacles away from me.
And you go and you slice off all 4 tentacles and the beak, and the top part of the head just flops, and the body is there just writhing on the ground, spewing blood everywhere, and finally slows down and stops.
These things aren't so tough. On to the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and action surge.
Ah!
Oh,
And I'm going to attack this top one now. Because I can.
Alright. Do it.
Boom shakalaka.
You go to do that, you slice off the other one, and the other one has recoiled back, and you go and slice at it, and the blade just passes, like its tentacles are reached out, but your blade passes in between where the tentacles are reached out, and you don't quite get it.
Okay. Is it possible to fit through this door here?
I would say you can step in, yeah.
And he won't get advantage if I just come around to behind him? Like if I did that attack passing through him, won't miss?
Stepping over the dead body and sort of getting to the other side, I would say you can't retcon to add that in there, but from here on out he would be considered flanked. So you can physically get there, I'd say, but you moved after you attacked.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Elrine, you're up.
alright. Yeah, I'll step back up and shoot him with the old longbow.
All right.
Longbow special. Roll a 12.
Yeah, that's not enough. That this thing is very quick, and its movements are unpredictable. Sort of the tentacles at the front of its mouth are waving around, and sort of makes it hard to pinpoint where is this thing going to be.
Alright, I'm just gonna step back then.
Okay.
And hang my head in shame for rolling such low numbers.
All right, Salazar. He's going to keep up with shooting the short bow, and he crits. And so he hits the Grick, and the arrow sticks into it, but the hide seems really tough, and it doesn't seem to pierce as deeply as you guys might expect from that attack. So it takes some damage.
I want to make some armor out of this stuff.
All right, that's the end of Salazar's turn. Cathod.
Alright. I'm gonna shoot this thing with the crossbow.
All right. But same thing that the arrow grazes or it hits one of the tentacles, but it just sort of, rather than piercing through it, it just sort of grazes it and does a little blood. It doesn't seem to be damaging it as much as you might expect, but it does hurt it.
We've rolled 3 1s in the past, like,
I think
round
it's
for
no.
attack
I think
rolls.
it's four ones in the past like 5 rolls.
I think so. I think you did. All right. Okay, Selena, your turn.
Move over.
Alright.
Fancy dagger.
Could I do that? Could I do the dagger?
I would say you could sort of sneak in between the two, or the melee that's going on here, and sort of get on top of the dead body of the other and attack if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say because the 3 of you are sort of like tri-flanking it, you can get advantage on this attack.
Alright. Let's go for the fancy dagger.
All right, she yanks out the swift dagger.
So fast.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And so you expertly swipe out with this thing as you've trained before, and this thing just cuts through flesh like butter, and this thing it just slices right into it. Right, so that is now at that health, and it's spouting blood. It's looking a little rough, but it's still up and fighting. Thonar, you see Selena dash forward and just slice into it with her new dagger.
Alright,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and swing as well here.
Okay, and with that advantage, you're able. It's distracted. It's trying to turn around, and you slice into sort of the back end of its tail and almost slice that part of it off. And it's writhing and bleeding out of the end, but it's still there. It's looking really rough.
He's a tough little bugger.
All right, and then that thing is going to lash out at where the last damage came from and attack Thonar. And it's able to wrap its tentacles around you and grab you. You take 10 slashing damage, and as it grabs you, its beak is going to clamp down on you, and you take an additional 8 piercing damage. So a total of 18 damage.
That would have killed me.
Okay. Good thing I didn't reckless swing that time. Oh wait, that wouldn't.
If it hits, it hits. Yeah. As well as a note in your thing, on your little icon, you see the green bubble above it? You can do some basic math in there and have it subtract. So if you wanted to subtract 1 hit point, you could do the 19, do -1, and then hit enter, and it should change it for you.
Oh, okay, that's easier.
It's pretty helpful.
Thanks.
Alright, so that's the creature's turn. Bonar, you just saw this thing latch onto your brother and just bite a chunk of his flesh out. And it's still sort of wrapped onto you, but there's like blood smeared down on its tentacles running down your chest. And Bonar, you see this happen to your brother.
I'm gonna wind up my. Oh wait, this is the wrong one. I'm gonna wind up, blood step, and I'm gonna yell, "I'm the only one who's a." Wait, I forgot my accent. I'm the only.
Drew.
I can't do it.
You'll figure it out eventually.
Whatever.
I'm the only one. I don't know.
I'm the.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
Basically, I'm gonna yell, "I'm the only one who's allowed to pick at my brother." I don't know.
Yeah, that was right. Okay, and you go and that you just cut this thing right in half, and it rides and worms. Both halves are writhing, and the one that's attached to Thonar slowly lets go and falls to the ground, and both halves just slowly come to a stop. And you have dispatched the second monstrosity. Alright, so you guys now have opened up every single room in the place.
Sweet. Is there anything in this room that we just defeated?
Okay, just a sec.
Sorry.
Make a investigation check.
They like to jump.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that you notice that there's sort of like the antechamber to the shrine. Yeah. And that there's a stone brazier with some coal in it right here that is usually used for some sort of fire. And you see sort of a glint of some shininess in there.
Ooh, I'm gonna go digging in it.
Okay. That you sort of reach in and push some of the coal away, and you notice that there's a golden statue in there of an elf, and wrapped in crimson cloth, and that you look, and that's solid gold. It'd be worth a pretty penny.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Because I'm a greedy dragon.
Okay. So that's that.
Search this room.
You guys went through your rampage, but rather than spend time to loot, you decided to take care of business first. So you have not looted any other stuff.
I'm gonna head up into this room and look around.
Okay.
Yeah, we should
anything
each take
cool?
our own room.
Okay.
So
And so that you notice, Elrine, that there is in the room with sort of some of the stuff that's been set up for the worship that the goblins did, that there's a chalice, that the shaman had been holding some sort of jeweled knife, and that there's like a censer for like incense that is like made out of jewels and gold there. And so you can go ahead and gather those up if you like.
Alright, what should I put? Like chalice?
Chalice, jeweled knife, and censer, C-E-N-S-E-R.
Does the knife look just like finely made, or is there magical? Can I tell at all?
That doesn't seem any sharper than usual. It's just finely crafted and made out of precious metals.
Just nice. Okay.
I'm gonna loot the southwest border, I guess.
Okay. Southwest. Okay, for sake of brevity of time, that you sort of go through all the bodies of the various goblins around and the things, you find a sum of about 157 gold sort of scattered amongst them.
In all the bodies total?
Yeah, amongst all the different goblins here and there, and the hobgoblins that you guys had killed, and the giant fat cook.
Okay.
How much?
How
do
do-
we just want to split it now?
Yeah, how are we?
157.
157. How many are there? 4, 5, 6 of us?
There are 6, yep.
Well, I mean, how about because we've split up gold like to buy stuff earlier. How about we just get all our gold and then add it all together and divide it up evenly? Does that sound?
Okay, yeah.
There.
Yeah, and I still have. Yeah. I
That'd
still
make
have
it easier.
too.
Mm-hmm.
How many on the king? How many Electrum was there?
I can go back to that.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. There's a lot to keep track of. 160,
Okay, yeah, I put that in wrong.
as well as, did you get your 3 potions of healing from him?
Yeah, and then 220 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So at that here.
Alright, is it just fair to say that we check all the rooms? Do you want us to do one by one? Or is that kind of just everything?
That's kind of everything. That back in the armory, there's some weapons and such, but none of them appear magical. I could list out, the numbers of what's in there if you want. There's 5 spears, 4 long swords, 3 morning stars, 2 great swords. That Roop and Salazar each took a short bow, and there's you took the arrows. So, as well as that, there was back in the storage room outside of the armory was sort of some bloody chainmail and a longsword with a crest of the Lord's Alliance on it.
Bloody chainmail.
Right.
If you remember, Sildar said that they had stripped him of his armor and weapon after they had captured him.
Okay.
After they had captured him and Gundren.
Should we grab that? Bring it back to him?
Sure.
Okay. So who wants to take Sildar's gear?
Give it to Gundren.
Yeah.
he can carry it.
Okay. Gundren, you guys go back to there?
Make himself useful.
Sure, yeah. We collected all our stuff and now we're regrouping in the king's
Okay.
quarters.
So you get back there, and Gundren is actually laid down and is asleep in King Grol's bed. And the other goblins are there, and Droop says, You're back! Did you kill them?
Of course we did.
Wonderful. I was talking with the goblins, my brethren, and they remember when they were locked in the tower, there was something on the ruined second story that they could see a box up there. They thought you should have it.
Second story.
That in
What
the
is-
that all these are sort of ruined things, and the second story is all collapsed in, and the first level is still habitable, but there's sort of like ruins and stuff above it. So in the southern tower, that there was still like the remnants of a second floor. Yeah.
Right?
Where is that?
Go check it out.
Down
I
here?
guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, and so they sort of describe it to you, and yet lo and behold, up in sort of there's some remnants of the floor and some stuff caved in. Well, it looks like there's some sort of chest up there. It's about 15 feet up.
It's a trap!
So do you have to climb up there, or how does that work?
You've got to figure out how to get it there.
15 feet?
It's 15 feet up.
Hold on. How
Let's
tall-
get some of the crates and bring it down there. We could stack them up.
Okay.
Is it like
I'm
against...
gonna do that.
If my brother and I stood on each other's shoulders and then someone climbed up us, is like against a wall? Is that tall enough?
That could potentially work, yeah.
Does anybody want to climb up us? How about
I can
select?
try that.
Oh, okay. Or you, yeah.
I could do it.
Okay. I need all 3 of you to make... Okay, I want the Elfbane brothers to both make athletics checks to be a nice sturdy base, and Selena make an acrobatics check to climb up them.
Let's see.
He did her job.
Athletics.
Huh? He did his job.
And athletics.
Bonner!
You see, as you guys sort of get in position, that Selena runs, does a wall jump, kicks off the wall, then kicks off Bonar and grabs the ledge. As she does, Bonar tips and falls over, but she's already grabbed the ledge. And you sort of pull yourself up, and in front of you there's a chest on sort of the ruined second floor. What would you like to do?
Me?
there's a chest in front of you.
I'll open the chest.
Okay, it is not locked, and you find in there 90 electrum pieces. If you go to your, or actually, I don't know if somebody wants to add all this up together.
I have it all listed here.
Okay, so if I'll list it, then Thonar can write it down. 90 electrum, 120 gold pieces, a potion of healing, and 2 spell scrolls. Selena, you're not magically inclined. You do not know what these scrolls do.
Thunder and everything?
What?
Is that not Thunder?
Cathod? Okay, so do you want to sort of jump down with this stuff?
Yeah, I'll bring everything down.
Okay, make an acrobatics check to see how well you land.
Grace. Acrobatics, you said?
Yeah, she just jumps, does a roll, and just stands right up as if it's nothing. And then just sort of hands the 2 scrolls over to you, Cathod. You notice you can read that one of these is a scroll of silence.
Ooh.
And the other that is not familiar with how to cast it, but it is something for a cleric would be able to use a scroll of revivify.
Ooh.
Okay. Do I know what they do?
Silence can create an area where no sound escapes. Absolutely zero sound. As a spellcaster, sometimes it's used to prevent other spellcasters from being able to speak the words necessary to shape the magic, as well as it can hide any number of shenanigans. So there's a big fight going on, you cast silence, and nobody else can hear it.
That's cool.
And I think you can attach it, you can cast it on an object, and wherever that object goes, the sphere of silence follows.
Pretty cool. I'm trying to see, are these spells actually in my sorcerer spell book?
As a sorcerer,
level.
you do not have a spell book, but you can learn spells.
Yeah. Like, are they in, like, something that I'll have the option of getting later on? Like, because I have that sorcerer page open.
Okay, technically, no, you wouldn't be able to learn silence, but I would say you're able to recognize it because it's still of arcane in nature. Revivify would be divine magic.
Okay.
So, I would say you would be able to try and cast silence, but it would be... I have you to make an ability check.
Okay.
I think I can cast silence. Would that be easier for me, though? I'm pretty sure rangers can learn silence.
Possibly. Yes, I think... Yes, rangers can.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to...
It is a level 2 spell, so you'd have to make
Elrond.
a
It'd be a
spell
lot.
check of 12, which... what's your spell save DC?
13.
13? Yeah, so let's see here. So that would be 8 plus... So you have a plus 5. So essentially, you have to roll a 7 or higher.
Oh,
So yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'd have a 30% chance of failure, 70% success rate if you were to try and cast that.
so you basically have to cast like a DC, for myself, DC 13? Or
No, you'd essentially, a spell DC, a DC of 12, because it's 10 plus the spell's level. It's a second level spell.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you now have that.
So I'm hanging on to that, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They've got that. And by now, as you sort of search through the castle, the sun is well set. It's dark outside. All you can sort of see by is some of the torches that are lit inside. And night has fully come.
Alright.
Let's see, so I guess we group back up with Gundren and the goblins, kind of get a plan. I'm assuming
Yeah.
we're just gonna rest here for the night.
Yeah, we're gonna... Well,
Wanna talk
I
about
don't
it with
know... I don't know if we would want to rest here for the night, Because we don't know if this is like the entire group. Like there might
I mean,
be others out
we'd have somebody
scouting
with
or
a-
something.
Have somebody on watch, but
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I think it'd be better to rest here rather than outside if we have somebody on watch.
Alright. Fair enough, I guess.
Okay. As you get back in the room, the goblins are sort of, they're talking, and Droop says,
Hi guys. One of the goblins says, "Oh, precious saviors." Goblin says, and Droop says, "Yes, precious saviors. We thank you so much that you saved us from slavery to the Kragmaws. We are very grateful. That we want to go back home. That we had a oh goodness, a village of our own by the side of a river where we used to fish and hunt before the Kragmaws came and enslaved us. That you have destroyed them. That they are no longer a threat to us. That we could return to that life by our river, and if you would help us, we would like to go back."
Do you know if your village was destroyed when they took you?
It was not destroyed, but we believe there's still some more of our brethren held captive there by more of the Kragmaws, to be the last place that they are holding strength.
I kind of kneel down, so I'm like on eye level with all of them, and I say, of course we'll help you, but let's get some rest tonight first, and we'll head out first thing in the morning."
And they're like, yes, that's wonderful. We're going home. And so they sort of they're nodding in agreement, and they some of them come up and sort of like clasp hands with Droop and thank him. He's like, "You brought us our saviors. All hail Droop! Yay!"
I think I'm stressing Ahudoros.
They actually do start singing, but it's in Goblin and off tune. They seem to think it sounds wonderful, but it's pretty atrocious. If you had ever imagined a goblin drinking song, this would be it. That's not very pleasant sounding, but still enthusiastic. All right, so where would you guys like to hole up for the night? Now hearing that the place has been sort of secured, the goblins are going to run to the kitchen.
Maybe.
And so they're going to sort of spread out and sort of start looking around and sort of kicking the dead bodies of the people who used to torture them and be mean to them. And they're familiar with this place. They make themselves at home. They sort of ransack the supplies and food, and that a couple of them offer to stand watch in the places where the other ones used to watch but are now dead. Like, we're the ones protecting this place now. Yeah, protect our saviors. Give them a night's rest.
Alright.
And so they're kind of jazzed. They're not likely to be calming down anytime soon. And they'll sort of look out for a few hours if you'd like.
We lock that door.
You do not have a key.
Alright, so there's no way to
We
lock
jam
it.
it.
Damn it, yeah. Alright.
Can I go get
yes.
Salazar?
Oh, yeah, Salazar's following you guys. Don't worry about it. And he's just sort of contemplative.
I guess we'll just stay in the room and
Let's throw a table in front of this door over here.
I'll say for sake of brevity, you guys sort of figure out what your plans are for the night, and you guys can go ahead and rest. And it's a very odd environment. There's these little green things running around, chattering and saying stuff. But eventually, sleep takes you, and you wake up, as it's starting to get light outside, and you have a full rest.
Yay, we did it.
cool.
Hey,
What does that give us?
That returns all of your hit points and all of your spells.
and
And
half the hit dice.
Half of your hit dice. So every, I think most people who spent hit dice spent all of their hit dice, and so you get back 2.
And then just other random, like
Other
items
random
stuff,
abilities
once a day
and stuff.
items. Yeah.
Yeah, once a day things are all back. So
You get rid of the pace. Salazar.
what?
The exhaustion.
I took off 1 level of exhaustion. That was a snail. A Night's Rest removes 1 level of exhaustion. He still has. So he was at 2. He's now at 1.
Oh, wow.
Are we splitting up the money? How's that working?
Yeah, so we have 277 gold, 420 silver, 410 electrum. I don't know how we want to just do it 6 ways here. Let me get a calculator.
Right. I've got a suggestion, Thonar.
Yeah.
Write down what you currently have in your inventory for gold, and then erase it, and then you can put that amount in your inventory. It'll automatically calculate what the total is.
Okay. Background.
And so essentially keep track of what you have, and then you can retype that in, and then we can split up the total.
Okay. Let me see. Where is... Oh, yeah, the CP. 95.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to total up experience.
36. Hey, what's up?
Thonar, make a perception check. There's a woman behind you.
Yeah.
Right. So we got... How much did we kill tonight? 1, 2.
I thought you take it. You could experiment checks.
GP. He's not playing tonight. He didn't get internet. Okay.
Okay.
That's a math.
That reminds me of that.
Okay. Oh, so it like total 524, is that gold pieces?
Yeah, the total is 524. Okay, 524 divided by 6 is 87 and 1/3. So let's see. 500. So you each could get 87, have 2 gold left over.
I'll just take 87.
I will.
Give 2 gold to the goblins.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
You get 87 gold.
Each of you get 87. So
7.
I updated Salazar's for him.
Are we gonna spread out those potions too? That's probably a good idea.
Whoever,
4?
there's 4, whoever wants one can have them.
I already have one.
Let's give one to
Salazar.
what's his face? Yeah, Salazar.
He currently
Does he have one?
he currently has 1.
Oh, he has one. Okay. I guess. Oh, do we have enough? We can just split it up between the 2 dwarves so that everyone can have one. 2 dwarves, me, and Selena. Right?
Yeah, everyone can have one, yeah.
Okay.
Are we good?
Each of you now has a potion of healing. In your inventory, you can write down potion of healing.
How much does that heal?
2d4 plus 2.
Write that in the description, because I know I'll forget.
Mhm.
And we said scroll silence, essentially DC 12. For me to
Yeah, for you to
cast.
cast it, yeah.
Where did you write the DC?
What?
Where did you write the...
Potion inventory.
No, I mean...
Oh, in the description for it.
What does that heal? What did it heal?
But what is it, though?
2d4
Like,
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Rig.
Okay. Alright, so everybody gains 417 experience.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
417 experience.
Okay.
Right, and then that for your brother, since he wasn't here, he'll gain half experience, so he gets 209.
Okay.
$200 away.
Right. And then Nate, you played your brother well, so he gained some bonus experience. He's gonna gain an additional 75.
Ooh.
Thonar, you gain an additional 225.
Yay.
Selena, additional 150. And then Elryan and Cathod also an additional 150.
Yay.
50 off.
150. Oh, you're 50 off from level 4.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Bummer. I don't know if anybody is gonna pop 4. Thonar might.
6. Oh, if it's gonna be really close if I do. Let me see. I was adding Greg's up.
How many points do we need for level 4?
2,700.
2,700.
22.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 2230.
What was Cathod?
I'm at 2230.
2230.
I have 27.
Selena's 2730. So she just barely pops 4.
Ooh.
Elryan is at
2650.
2650, so close. I feel like Salazar was... Adriel must not have entered his experience for last session.
Oh, yay, pop.
Okay, wonderful. And I'm pretty sure he didn't enter his experience for last time, so I'm gonna...
Wait, hold on.
I popped! I hit me!
Okay. That brings Salazar up. Okay, that would that half experience from tonight would definitely be the thing that does it. Okay. So Thonar and Selena, you guys just barely ding level 4. So I believe the way it works for I think both Rogue and Barbarian is that you get what's called an ability score increase. So you can either add 2 to your ability scores, so either 1 and 1 or 2 to one of your abilities, so Constitution, Strength, Dexterity, that stuff. Or you could take a feat instead.
Okay.
So I'm just going to double check about that's the case
I know
about
that's
level
how it
4.
works for Ranger.
I think pretty much everybody level
I
4 is
pretty
the
much
same.
everything, yeah.
Yes, I think the only thing is, I think the monk gains an ability at level 4. A skill thing that they can do. So Rogue, yep, that's level 4, you get that. Let's see, what's Barbarian? Yeah, at level 4 you get ability score improvement. Yep.
What's the XP for level 5?
Level 5, let me find that. It's actually pretty high. 4 to 5 feels like it takes forever.
Yeah.
It should say on your level thing.
Oh.
It should say XP for next level.
Oh no,
Well,
that's
you have to manually enter that.
Oh, I thought that was one of the special ones.
No, I've kind of been taking care of that for you. You need
6,500.
Yeah, 6,500.
Oh my.
But keep in mind, as you level up, that the encounters that you get thrown into are worth more experience.
That's true. want some of my abilities.
Level 5, when you hit level 5, life gets sweet. There's different thresholds at play that sort of talks about levels 0, or levels 1 through 4 are sort of your like local heroes. You're sort of like known in one town for helping out and doing stuff. I think it's like 5 to 10 is the next level where you're sort of like regionally known. And you're sort of affecting a region or sort of like a nation, and then it gets global, and then it goes to like across dimensions, the issues that you're facing. So it escalates. So then it's just sort of meant to signify that hitting level 5, you're sort of starting in on becoming involved with the affairs of nations. That's sort of one way to think about like your heroes of their capabilities. So.
Awesome.
All right. So fun times, folks. That I think everybody else should be pretty darn close to leveling after next session. I've got to figure out stuff for next session. That should be fun. And then we'll see where it goes.
Awesome. Well, I will see you guys then.
Sweet.
Yep.
Alright.
All right, everyone. Hey, I thought this was going to be a short session, just finishing off the castle, but it ended up being a nice full one. Hopefully we can get the recording to Greg and Riel, and I'll let them know what happened.
Sweet, and I'll figure out how to save the video and then post it in the thing for them.
Alrighty. Alright, so
Cool.
tonight you guys killed 6 hobgoblins, 2 gricks, King Groll, and a something.
And something.
Dun dun dun. Alright. We'll see you
Oh,
guys
and
next
a wolf.
Yes, and a
Yeah.
wolf. Oh, actually, I didn't account for the wolf. Let's see.
Bonus XP. That might put Elrond over the top.
That's like 50 experience for that wolf, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the wolf is worth 100
Oh,
on its own,
Unfortunately.
divided by 6.
Oh,
garbage.
I'll give my portion.
You know what?
out.
Just
That's
Cathod, how close are you to Cathod? Where are you at?
I am at 2230.
2230. Okay, so you're not there.
yeah.
How close is Bonar?
Oh, he has like 210.
Okay. I will say, since everybody were such good sports, you can add 50 more experience. everyone.
That's what I
Dude,
like to
diary
hear.
jackpot.
Sweet. Oh, I gotta figure out if I want a fee or not.
Yeah, and you've got time to figure out exactly what you want.
Are there any other like prerequisites for multi-classing other than the stat things?
No. That if you do want a multi-class, Ashley sort of discuss it with me so we can figure out exactly what it is. But I'm cool with it as long as you can make it reasonable.
Work with the character.
Work with the character, yeah. Like
I think
if suddenly you wanted to like add wizard to it, it's like, well, how well have you studied things? Where does this knowledge come from? But if you sort of have reason to justify where sort of knowledge of the arcane would be, So as long as you can, it's
gotta make sense. Like
Makes sense, yeah.
thematically.
Is
Yeah.
there a downside of double classing, or
that essentially it delays the features you get for other things. So when barbarians, rangers, fighters, monks hit level 5, when they have a level 5 in monk,
Like a
they
big
can make
power spike.
2 attacks instead of 1 attack when they take the attack action. But if you're a level 4 monk and then multi-classed into 1 level, say, of cleric, your character is level 5, but your monk level is still only level 4. You don't get that extra attack. And so essentially, it delays the higher level abilities.
so it's like you have 6 levels. You just decide where they go.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
I gotcha.
Except you have to have, like, you can't go from, like, level 4 of your, whatever class you started as. You can't go, like, backwards and, like,
Yeah, you
put
can't erase levels. No.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, if you're really dissatisfied with your character, and you're like, I thought I was going to be playing this one way, but it's really not. Really, it's sort of like to get a bit of a redo. You know, I can discuss it, but I would, unless you have a convincing reason, I'd kind of be against retconning
Yeah.
the levels that you selected.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine once I get to level 5. Just like right now, I don't like do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing where that the martial classes, until they get further up, it's just like, well, I do my attack. Well, I do my attack.
Yeah.
And that it's reliable. You don't have to keep track of spells, but at the lower levels, it is a little repetitive. As well as once you get more items, you can do different things with those on your turn, and it's a bit more variety. That do keep in mind that there's more things you can do than just the attack action. You can shove people, you can grapple them, you can do all sorts of stuff if you are so inclined. Yeah, as well as Thunar, you really haven't had a chance for your rage to shine.
I know, yeah, it's kind of disappointing. But I'm excited for when I can rage, and then I think I'm gonna. There's a feat where I can attack again if I kill someone. So if I get that, then I'd be able to attack 3 times technically when.
Well, here's the thing, is that I believe you're going is it Berserker level?
Yeah.
You get frenzy
Berserker path?
rage, right?
Yes, you at level, I think 5. Let's see what pages.
Oh, did I already get that? Then maybe that's why I just not to.
No, I think that Frenzy Rage, you get Frenzied Rage at 5, where while you're raging, you can go into a Frenzied Rage, and that allows you to make a bonus, another attack with your bonus action.
Okay, that's right.
So I think.
Is that the one that gives you a point of exhaustion though?
Yes, you take a point of exhaustion after you go into a Frenzied Rage.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, yeah, I'll look into it and decide
Mhm.
what exactly I want.
And again,
Well, that's level 3.
level 3. Yeah, that would be your level 3 feature that you get when you choose the path of the Berserker. So if you wanted to, you could have gone into you had that. You could have gone into a Frenzied Rage to get 2 attacks per turn.
Where?
It's on the PDF. It's page 43.
when am I able to change spells? Like, if there was one I didn't like and I wanted to change it.
Yes, when you level up, you can swap out one spell and learn a new one that you can get.
Okay, so you get rid of one and gain a new one.
That's like for free, right?
Depending on different levels, sometimes at another level you just learn a brand new spell, you gain that. But when you level up, you can also swap out a spell. So essentially, you level up, you could, in theory, get 2 brand new spells you can use by learning one and swapping out one.
Okay.
If you want to go into like the nitty gritty of it, I'll be glad to sort of analyze what you have and what you can swap out when for what.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to swap out the enlarge reduce for alter self, but that's, I'll do that when I level up.
Okay. Let's what does alter self do?
Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream and
Go ahead.
It lets me assume a different form,